How's it going, y'all? Welcome to the Misplay for Game podcast. We are back with another episode. It's your boy, Andrew KnTElixar, joined as always.
What's up? How am I?
Oh, is he? Did he die? Did I die? Oh my gosh, what happened? Did I die?
Did I die?
Hello?
Hey, I'll back for a second.
Oh no,
I think we temporarily
Did
died.
I die? No, I think, did everyone die?
We're so bad that I killed the stream.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Are we back?
We're so back.
Okay, I think we're back.
Oh,
I got the channel view.
We are not chilling. What is going on?
I'm frozen again. Never mind. Oh no.
I'm
Oh, no.
closing.
Any scuffed spammers in chat so we can see what's going down?
Oh, I think this is going to be a classic case of we give it a second.
Yep, and that second is bringing in him because we are just there. All right.
Am I supposed to introduce myself now?
Yeah, you know what? Roll with it.
Okay. Hello. I'm KBeeDS, green enthusiast here for the pod once more.
Yeah, this might be
Happy
the
to be
first
here.
time things broke before you showed up on camera.
Happens.
But also, we are joined by a special guest. You know, may not be the super Hollywood, but if you're from the UK, you definitely know this man's name.
Hey, I'm Seth.
Oh,
Bro, just
we
showed
got
up.
him.
He's Saf. Needs no introduction, but yeah.
No introduction.
We're back. Episode 5. We got new tech. We've now actually got the overlay showing up where it's supposed to be.
Oh, amazing. Look at us.
We were so prepared. We were on time. We did sound checks. We did everything, and immediately, I don't know, DDoSed Omega lol. But yeah, how's it going, boys? Oh, we dead again? Nah. Nah, we dead.
This is...
We're getting let down, folks. The ISP win rate is poor. My matchup spread awful.
Dude, it says my bitrate are like, is mine just bitrate too high?
It might just be Discord.
I don't know.
I don't think it's on you. It might just be Discord.
I don't know. Okay, am I still alive and like Discord dead when?
Bro, shuffle your Pokemons away. We can't stream by effect right now.
But yeah, I guess general order of business is yeah, find us live on Twitch or on YouTube, depending on where you're watching. And if you're watching after, Spotify and Apple Podcasts are the best places to find us. Make sure to rate us on all of the platforms that you watch us on because it helps with discoverability. So more people can watch the podcast and listen to 3 UK idiots plus a guest rant about Digimon for an hour and a half occasionally. We do have another fun thing to do later that people want to be on twitch.tv/KnTElixar for if you want to join in. But otherwise, enjoy it wherever is best. YouTube is usually the best place to watch in general outside of those. And yeah, if you got Twitch Primes, send them to your boy. He's hungry. March is going to be the Mogul month.
It takes the Mogul month. It takes a house to run the show, guys. So any build helps. Hey, also speaking of, wanted to say a special thanks for everybody who tuned in last week for the debut of Lethal Living. The numbers on that episode and that clip are doing bits. So thank you all. Glad to hear that you like it. We're really happy, especially, I don't want to speak for Marcio, but I'm so glad that another way for Andrew to make us look like schmucks online is the thing y'all want to see. It's so tight.
I've never wanted to be turned into YouTube short more than right now.
Yeah. I get up in the morning and I'm like, how can my friend Andrew absolutely posterize my ass?
It is very fun.
I want randoms to go up to me and be like, I saw you on TikTok, you know?
I live for that. You know, they just announced the new UK Tamer Tag Team 3v3 this morning from what's it called? Griffin's Gaming.
Griffin's.
Oh, is it
officially
announced? I thought
where's the official?
The listing hasn't gone up, but the details are
March.
up. So
They said March.
yeah, it's hang on, I got it.
Wait, I thought he was delaying it. I don't know. My source is Agito Swiftly on Twitter.
Is this on Facebook? Surely it
me-
has to be on Facebook then, right?
I didn't see it on theirs. Although, to be fair, Facebook in current year.
As up to date as I can be,
sad
May
website.
26th will be Team Tamers 4. Prizing is increasing, so all winners, which I believe is anyone who's in top 8 can win additional prizing, now get double prizing.
Wait, May?
Yes, so he convinced them to delay it to BT16 because BT15 is some Mickey Mouse ass format, bro.
Nothing going
It's
on.
fake. It's so fake. You can
It's-
literally pull up to locals with whatever you want, and it doesn't matter.
16 waiting room.
Yeah.
Actually,
So he's like May 26th. Pricing is gonna be £69 per team.
Wait.
It's time.
Yeah,
It
pricing
was
is
like
69
60.
pounds, and
It was
there's
like 60 per team last time. So it's only like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah, it was
3 quid.
60.
it's
Yeah,
covering a bigger venue this time apparently. So there's going to be like a much
God,
bigger space.
everyone was squished last time.
That was a lot.
The tournament was good though. I mean,
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
pretty
it was
good.
good. It was a
not
really
saying
good
that.
turnout.
I'm not saying that because I won, but like the tournament was good. I had
Okay,
a blast.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I want you to know that I'm relying on you winning again.
For my case,
Yes, sir. BT16. I
Yeah, that's
need
expensive.
Magnamons.
I will do my best.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
get in line.
We
You
have
and
been-
19 other Magnamon Andes, by the way.
Yes, sir.
Every day, if you go on like the Fanboy Discord server, every day people are playing like BT16 games. Like that format is nice.
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
pretty tight.
good.
But we'll get into talking about the what's it called, Team Tamers 4, probably closer to the date. But we can do a little bit of talking about BT16 in a second. I do want to give a special shout out because I know we're recording on a night with the only Ulti Cup with a puck legal, so that's a fun one.
True.
But as Andrew said, this is a Mickey Mouse format. It's also the world's format, which is crazy. I was having
I thought World was post ban. 15
World is
post.
post ban, no armors.
Yes.
You're right. Sorry, the BT15 format is the Mickey Mouse like wacky format. I should have been clear. So I'm very excited to see like if anything of note. I know 1,000,001 people are like, finally it's Fenrir's time. They're gonna do it. It's finally gonna win something.
Is Worlds post Double Typhoon or pre?
It's pre-double typhoon,
pre-double
but post ban.
typhoon.
It's the week between
it's the
March
format that we
1st and
played.
March 8th.
So the winner box that we went to on the weekend, it's what that
Pretty much,
format.
Oh,
Okay.
winner box was post ban list.
Yes.
Yes.
Yesterday's winner
That's-
box was post banless, pre Double Typhoon.
That's kind of lit.
It was okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of different decks. It was interesting.
Round 14 just finished of the Top Cut. It was Apocalypse versus Davis.
Round 4.
Round
14,
Yeah,
round 4.
round
Yeah,
4.
my bad.
Can you
All right.
imagine?
brother.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, but they've got double
Marathon.
streamers there. They got Digipanda and Risu the Squirrel. It's nice to see more like content creators. Just I don't know. NA's got it good.
I'm
Digipanda
just
got a
saying,
PC that can run
OPE
stuff.
OPE, I will, not play the tournament if you need casters,
Yeah,
KnTElixar.
I think it would be so hype to get the two actual talented casters behind the mic. 'Cause you
People
guys
who,
are
yeah,
professionally-
actually like professionally casted, haven't you?
Yes, sir.
I've said this
Yes.
before. I'd settle for us. I think I'm seeing the sign here, fellas. It's in how many weeks is that? It's like 52 weeks in a year. I don't remember. I was
Yeah, that's
crappy at
correct.
school. I'll set the scene. We get to November, Liverpool Regionals for the Digimon 2024. The day 2 UK Open has in the background faintly a live taping of Misplay for Game with us three schmucks on a little riser in the back of the room. Like, so what's
Suited
up
up.
with the rain in Liverpool, huh?
It'd
Does that
be-
make the fish matchup better?
Imagine Lethal is like, alrighty then, chat room. If you think it's gonna kill, get your ass over on that side of the room. If it's living, stand over there.
That's
Live
the
Lethal Living would be fun.
truth. If OPE are listening or any of the team, you know where we're at.
Yeah, we are very,
The preeminent group of adequate schmucks for Digimon media.
But it's before we get to talk about future formats and fun Digimon, I guess we should flash back because it was EX5 that was your Ultimate Cup run, right, Saf?
The ultimate? No, that was regionals.
No, the one that you.
Oh, sorry. This. Yeah. EX5.
He wins too many tournaments, just gets them
He
confused,
just can't keep track.
Wins too many and with the same deck.
man.
It's red hybrid, man.
I mean, that's something though, right? Because it's like, I think there's something to be said for the fact that Red Hybrid has stayed this deck that keeps having the ability to hang with the big boys.
Yeah, it's like Marcio said it before. He said it best. Like at the beginning of a format, red hybrid will probably translate as one of the best decks because people don't know what they're going into, and red hybrid's always got like that 2 to 3 flexible slot
Yep.
to make a meta call.
I think the deck is historically, I think the deck like got better, which is weird. half of it because of the matchups. Like, for example, Machine isn't like as popular, Control X is not as popular. More people are trained to play for board, so benefits Red Hybrid. But Red Hybrid is also flexible enough in your list that you have like roughly 5 cards of flexibility. So we saw during NA Nats, the wave was to play boosts over Atomic Infernos. But sometimes, people went back to the Infernos. Crimson Blaze pops in and out. There's always like these little techs that Red Hybrid is able to play and keeps the deck relevant.
A lot of decks were playing a lot less defensively and more aggro. Whereas, like, if you're trying to go aggro against Red Hybrid, it's still losing battle.
You just get punished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you just spit out Crimson Blaze, like, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crimson Blaze outperformed in Ulti Cup.
Was your Crimson Blaze in there to beat D Brigade, or was it in there to beat Anubis?
It was both D Brigade, Anubis, Fenrir, and I think that was it, to be honest. Like, I didn't mind passing them 6 if it just meant that they weren't going to kill me because they could spit dudes out.
Fair. I guess
it's interesting because it's like
go into the run?
And also in like the Red Hybrid mirror, like just clearing their dudes out.
Wait, how big?
Like in the Red Hybrid mirror, like board control is most
like
important.
The rookies in level 4s usually get left out.
Are they both 6s or 6?
They're usually 6 and under.
Yeah, red hybrid is all your turn effects, so the Crimson Blaze clapback is huge.
It also means that you stop things like the Agudimon from playing out the Flamemon, which can sometimes matter.
Okay.
It was
also
interesting
Nume.
though. Oh yeah, dude. Oh, I
didn't see any, but Nume was also like it would have been covered by the Crimson Blaze.
Is this for the winner box or for the online tournament?
Both.
Okay.
Like for the online tournament, I put 1 extra Crimson Blaze in because I was at 3 Crimson Blaze because of Anubis. That was at full power Anubis. It did come up, not all 3, but I did see 2 in that game against the Anubis.
Mm-hmm.
But for the winner box, I took 1 out because considering it's our locals, not many of us will be running those kind of decks. So I was just down to 2.
You just gotta dodge Johnny.
Yeah. No, Johnny wasn't even there.
True.
Yeah.
One of the cool things I thought was really interesting about the way EX5 kind of shook out in the end, like I was looking at the data when you were posting, you were like live updating the group chat, like it's going through and bringing it home.
He's bringing the Gallimon home.
I kept hearing all these reports because I was like kind of ghost watching like people typing in the chat. I was like, yeah, saw a lot of this, saw a lot of that. There were a ton of different decks. Like it was one of the better represented deck spreads of any Ulti Cup we've had in 12 months.
I was surprised to see so many Beal stars. I was expecting that many Beal stars.
They're getting their last run before
before
that deck is back to not being good.
But it was fascinating because a lot of the really like nuts stuff to it was that like you ended up with situations where some of those decks had been like said, like they just hadn't been relevant in such a long time that getting a chance to bring them back was a huge deal. But the top 16 was other than Red Hybrid and Anubis. I believe it was 6 or 14 unique archetypes or something like that. Like 4 Anubis, 3 Red Hybrid, and then I have the list here. It's there was D Brigade, Machine, Mirage, Melga, Lilith, which I presume is Mill, Bielstar, Yellow Hybrid, Shine Greymon, and Setcon. So tons of variety. Kind of
crazy
a crazy.
That was one machine, and it's just like Saf just like the game plan is simple. We dodged the giant robot.
I mean, but the main thing is
the only reason like, for the regional and the only reason was because I didn't see a machine to run. Those would have just been game stuffers.
The main thing is like you mentioned a lot of deck variety, but a lot of those decks just fall under the purple category. I mean, it's still there's still different decks, but a lot of them are like purple, and that's mostly probably because of the crazy like power that purple got in terms of the Garurumon.
Which is crazy as well because on that list wasn't Melga, right? Like
Melga was there exactly once.
Was he blue or purple?
It was a purple base.
Oh.
It was purple base from the starter deck, Sunamon, for the whole shebang.
So you shouldn't really be on blue base. Right?
No, blue is better. Blue is better for Melga because it means you get access to the blue Where X. Yes, Sunamon, so you don't get rune moded, and Where X, so you can like clear the board more.
Also,
the purple is faster, but blue has more board clear, so you just like wait for the Anubis player to like do its whoosh, and then you just get to clear everything.
Yeah, those full power Melga lists from like BT16 were blue base because the other card that like is completely unique. It's so funny when we look at these like
BT15.
long-turning. Sorry, BT15. Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
The full power BT15 Melga lists. It's funny when these like long running powerhouse decks stay good because then we get to see the different eras of their power support. One of the things that set aside the blue base, like Marcio said, was the access to the promo Garurumon that does not evolve on Sunamon or Gabumon or anything like that. It's 2 for blue level 3s. So that card had obscene good trait. Like it's just non-once per turn, draw a million cards, solves that problem sometimes. And God knows how many times they'll find the one of that much card draw. Yeah, it was a crazy list. But credit to the players here, like, even without access to as many of their broken cards, Melga still topping is. Melga is interesting. We had this conversation at locals this week about like the Ace Digimon. I would love to do this as like a more deep dive conversation about it at some point. But like I think Ace Digimon have finally sort of with this BT15 set, at least here in the West. It might have been a different perception for the Eastern Bloc, but I think Ace Digimon are finally the thing that you like consciously build around and play around more than ever. Like Mega Gargomon Ace coming out. I think that is a safe bet for that's the best Ace card ever made so far. It's the one you play entirely differently against that deck.
The thing is though, I'll be curious to see whether Mega Gargomon Ace is splashable. Like I think in its archetype, it's fantastic because they have 12 Rapidmons. But unlike some of we've seen Azulon Ace just be abused in so many random decks that it's not supposed to be in because it's generically good.
Yep. And
has like immediate impact. And as much as Mega Gargo Ace is, yes, very overtuned, I'd be very curious to see if once you're not put in these situations where a 4 is turning into a 6 as well as the 5 into a 6, whether it will be as like detrimental to as many game plans or whether it's they flip Gummymon and you know that you cannot swing the moment anything past the 3 evolves.
I think it just like depends a little bit because like you said, the aces so far we've had in BT14 there was 2 good aces with Anjumon and Zudo, and then
Lilymon was like decent.
She's okay.
She was fine.
She's fine.
She wasn't doing what Zudo was.
I don't want her to be like actively lumped in with the worst one ever, Metal Greymon.
No.
She was
Lilymon would catch you off guard.
Yeah.
Like because there's some like, especially with like Fenrir as well, when you're like trying to alliance and like, because they'll just jump into it and like get rid of that one dude you want to alliance with for your second swing. And you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. And then in EX5, like I said, I think Azulong became like a flexible enough generic. It was also well positioned into the metagame that we were going into because it just traded really well into the metagame at the time. So like Anubis and Red Hybrid both sort of get checked a little bit by the Azulong Ace.
Because isn't Azulong bounce a 5 though, right?
Yes.
So bounce it's even 5 or lower, unsuspend
5 or lower.
Something.
Yeah, so it's like Melga can't swing. It gets rid of the 2 chump blockers on Mervanubis. So yeah.
It's also like it stops Red Hybrid because if they swing with the 4s, you ace, and then you stop them from attacking.
Right.
And if they commit into the Emperor Greymon, then if the Emperor Greymon like tried to pop the ace at least trades like with the Emperor Greymon, so you're still stopping them from having bodies on board and stuff. It was one of the reasons why Secon did okay at Nats was because Azulong was really, really strong.
Let me have a look at that actually. I don't know.
In 15, I think the ones from 15 are really good. Like the aces in 15.
Whew.
Like Anjumon is really good. Garudamon is like really strong.
Where Garu is a crazy card.
It depends on the deck. I think it depends on the deck.
I think the change in design philosophy, instead of just being on play when digivolving, do a lot. It's on play when digivolving something small all turns, do something stupid. It gives them like actual value. Like so many times your ace it gets its value and you're like, okay, I need to get rid of this. I'm not overflowing straight away. Like the Werger, you could theoretically just sit there on it for like 4 turns.
Oh, you just chill.
Yeah, that card's incredible. I talked about this a couple weeks back. I was looking through some of the old episodes. It's like the Royal Knights lists in Japan that started doing well, and they were like cutting some of the generic card draw to just play 4 Werger Ace. And it was like, yeah, man, that will stall a game while you draw your Omnimon. That'll do it.
Garud is weird because it's either like the most insane card in your deck or just like doesn't do enough. or doesn't do anything at all. In Red Hybrid, I think people are testing it right now because cheating Takuya is always good, and against
there's not enough blockers in this format.
Yeah, it depends. Versus like Melga, if they give themselves a blocker, it's good, but everything else
Also,
is like
Fenry,
Yeah, AG
uniquely-
sure does say I died a Garudamon.
Yeah,
it's what I'm saying. It's like you either go, okay, I'm going to put it in my deck and hope that I play against the matchups that it's really good for, or I just don't include it at all.
I think the other thing that's really interesting about Red Hybrid, and obviously like Marcio and Zach, you guys have crazy placements with this deck. Red Hybrid is the only deck ever to have topped anything with Metal Greymon Ace. I had to look this up before the show. It topped the LATAM, I think it was the 2020 CS final or something like that. It was crazy.
Also topped the Euros.
Yeah, but like Red Hybrid as a deck fundamentally likes Ace Digimon. I think having the access to like that being your kind of utility defense line is really neat.
If
you have enough
learning,
stuff
right?
that's if your stuff is threatening on board from a low level, which is essentially why Mega Gargomon is so good, because the Rapid Mons are threatening on board from an earlier tempo perspective. So I think there's something neat to that.
Also, the neat thing about Gargo is that with the pivot for the Dark Masters deck, it changing from the Apocalypse deck into like the Dark Masters Omnimon deck, Gargo Ace fits into that deck quite nicely.
Okay, so in addition to, I mean, we'll have Saf go through his Ultimate Cup run in a sec, but there was also the winner box that hashtag fanboy sweep came through.
Do we have to? I did not join in on the sweep.
You were just giving out the gift of giving. But Derek, second place, again, refusing to play Honest Digimon.
I lost to him round 1. And I got 4th. I did not know how to play against that deck yet because it's such a new archetype. Yeah. It's such a new archetype. I didn't know how to interact with it. And then I lost to him, and then I was like, you're gonna give me games now while we were waiting. And then it started to get better.
I just love that was something that we kind of offhand said to him on Wednesday, and by the end of the week he had 50 cards and was ready to just ruin someone's run.
He went super rare diving on he went super rare diving on Saf's binder too.
Yeah. Second was give me the binder. It's like just picking out Omnis. I'm like, oh okay, I see what you're doing.
Jeez.
Because funny enough, I was talking to him the week before about the list that Marcio sent me, the the Avenged Kidmon version of the Omnimon Turbo list. And he was like,
that deck is so funny.
Yeah, it's like,
is
that seems
really the one
cool.
that uses Systemons?
No, it's like,
I don't have it handy. I regret this so badly.
Okay, I can open up the simulator because I have it
it's
on
like
the sim.
It's like a draw discard mill deck, and then you play Avenge Kid to put all of your options back, and then you just go into Omni X on the Avenge Kid.
Oh, okay.
Because he's your red level 6 that you slammed for nothing.
Yeah, you're playing all the Darkness Waves, Slinger as well, so your Missed Memory Boost randomly just hit. Karata as well, and you play the Gizmon package to free play your Karata. So end of turn, you're just pitching 4 cards.
Yeah,
slam it.
It's a lot of draw discard, draw discard, draw discard.
If the game lasts 5 turns, you're just getting to the point where you're setting the exact 15 cards and then drawing into them exactly in the order that you want, so you never deck out. It's so dumb.
After turn 5, it's a fully flowcharted combo. It's crazy.
After round 5, good luck getting to turn 5 against Red Hybrid.
Yeah.
To be fair, my footage of it was just I caught someone queuing in on a random slow roll deck. I'm gonna hold Jambo hostage for 45 minutes.
That's Jambo. Yeah, the winner box was cool though. I think there was something to be said for the fact that we kind of joked before about this being a Mickey Mouse format, but the variety is somewhat there. I think I was looking at this last year. Worlds last year was kind of also sort of sleeper. So the idea that stuff like this Avenged Kidmon Omnimon Turbo pile could warrant testing is kind of hype. I think there's something to be said for the fact that there's more variety in the decks that actually need to be played and built around now. So
to be fair, I think this has already been power crap. The Dark Masters were so much faster.
Yeah, the minute it is made public knowledge, it has lost its superpower.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Dark Masters Omnimon control. I want to shout out Array Cars Amit, a super popular Japanese player over there. Plays a lot of. He pioneered some mill stuff. I've done my ranting already. But that dude has been playing that deck for months. That dude was on Omnimon control while they had Apocalypse. It was nuts. He was just like, yes, this is genuinely the way. And I kind of get it.
It was good. Like I went against Derek in the last round, and he genuinely almost beat me as well. Because like he was just playing Omni after Omni, and like he went, I think he went SWAT to Omni X, then Alter.
It has to be me. It has to be me. There's
Oh, we died.
yeah,
Oh.
we died.
Hello?
Alter B.
What?
Alter B?
Yeah, he went Alter B, then Alter B on top of that again, and then swung, discarded 3, burn 2, check 1.
That's not okay. Yeah, that's messed up. That is incredibly messed up.
I think you need to run it back. Discord might have frozen.
We got the
or-
Alter B 3, burn 3, check 1. Have I died? We all.
Is that it?
Yeah, bro. Is Discord must be getting like DDoS or something.
Actually getting DDoS.
What? Down. All right. So yeah, this not something that happens very often. Is Discord down? All right. I'm checking like a down detector or something.
There's no way, surely.
I don't know. I mean, it's not it's not saying it's down, but it's not great.
Yeah.
There's been a couple of reports in the last hour.
Okay. Well, then at least it's not us. Edit on this is gonna go crazy.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
And this is getting shipped live.
Yes, sir. Spotify can be like, oh, there it goes. As long as my mic's still fine. If it's just Discord dying and it's not my PC, then
You're fine.
Hey, for what it's worth, to give the live audience a little behind the scenes, I can actually still see you moving around on the stream preview.
oh,
So,
brilliant.
yeah, so it's definitely just Discord. I don't think it's anything else.
If this is a case where every week we're like, we should move to video or something. We should do anything that isn't rely on a Discord call, and then every week we load in on a Discord call.
Yeah. One day we'll get it all set up nice. That's the big budget. Speaking of big budget, if you want to support the show and help us get off of Discord, consider being a channel member on YouTube or subscribing on Twitch. Any folks who are here live, Andrew mentioned earlier, you're going to want to be on Twitch in a little bit for sections of the show. But consider using your Twitch Primes. Did you know if you pay for Amazon Prime, it's free? That's pretty sweet. That's my favorite price to pay for supporting creators I like.
If Discord dies, can we get a dramatic reading of the DP- script as a teaser?
Yeah, where is the DP- script, Andrew?
So it is finished. So I wasn't able to write it for a while. So on the way to work, I was doing like voice memo, like creating the script whilst walking, and then I just finished typing it up today to then re-record again without buses moving around in the background or something.
Mhm.
So yeah, that will come out in March.
Shout out to everyone in the chat. I see a lot of familiar faces.
Yes, sir.
Can I get a hello in the chat for anybody who's live watching? I just want to see who's around and get people engaging.
And to be fair, I mean, they're going to be forced to engage very, very soon. And in fact, do we want to start that, Tom, or are we just going to assume that maybe we get
What's
hit
the
by another
order
DDoS
for-
fire?
I would love to give Saf, because he's a friend of mine. I've known Saf a little bit now. I would love to hear Saf because, you know, we like to rib here a little bit about like the UK Digimon scene. We're big fans of it. We rep the boys. Saf is legitimately at the absolute minimum. I'm gonna get on my like MJ versus LeBron type beat here. At the absolute minimum, the lowest I would tolerate somebody telling me that Saf is a top 3 UK player of all time. So we have actual like pedigree superstar here. The dude did not go through an ulti cup run to not get to tell us about it. So if Saf, you're cool with it, I would love to hear about the run because I know you got your matchups
Yes,
written down and
I
stuff.
want to
And
know about the
then
ultimate.
then I can punk you guys and have fun with the segment later.
Let's pull it up. Ooh.
But it was a hell of a run. How many rounds did you guys play?
7 rounds.
Man,
It was like 150 players, right?
There was. Where's it go?
give me a second. I have the
So-
limitless page for that.
So for context, this was EX5. BT15 had already released, so this was like the last EX5 tournament that was held, and it was pretty much just NA Nats format essentially.
Yeah.
But the thing about this tournament, to set the stage, is that this was using the new Ultimate Cup pricing, which were the red hybrid cards. So a lot of people brought red hybrid because it makes sense, right? You're playing in a
Yeah.
tournament where like
Yeah.
the pricing that you receive is like one of the like strongest decks in a while, and it's like a popular deck, and it's So I think that was one of the reasons why there was so much red hybrid, was because people wanted to like get red hybrid cards playing red hybrid. I think
it's also a good deck into Melga. Not Melga. It's a good deck into Anubis, which is a lot of things.
It's a good deck into everything right now.
Yeah, a lot of its bad matchups are
Bar Machine Dramon. It's like I don't think it has a bad matchup.
The main thing about red hybrid is that it shifted from a front runner of the format back in like BT12 sort of into red hybrid kind of goes up and down, but for EX5 it had this role of sort of like the anti-meta deck. Like it wasn't that it was like a rogue deck or like a tier 1.5 deck, it was a strictly like anti-meta deck. Red hybrid was like, I'm going to check Anubis because the matchup into it is so good, and then everything else is just like whatever, I'm just playing red hybrid as usual.
Yeah.
It's also neat too, because the last time red hybrid received direct support was, like Marcio said, BT12. Although we can get talking about that later, because the promo Ukkomon has done a lot for a lot of decks.
Yes.
Maybe none more so than red hybrid. But it's really neat because just like then, red hybrid kind of existed as terms of like, what direct responses do you have to the front runners of a format? And in BT12, that was Beelzemon and that was Hunters. The Hunters matchup was manageable. It was
manageable.
No,
it was beautiful.
It was a difficult challenge, though. If you weren't on the Burning Greymon and the right numbers, you lost that matchup. And it had a great Beelzemon matchup in that format, and that was one of the reasons
it was sort of like an anti-meta deck into whenever purple is good, red hybrid is good. Into full power Beelzemon, the deck was able to keep up with some hands pre-hits. Post-hits, it was like on par.
No, like pre-hit, Beelzemon, in my opinion, was always faster.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if they milled 2 Immons off a mill from like anything, like they stack a mill and then they hit a second Immon off the chain, there was nothing you could do.
Yeah, some of us are just really talented. I don't know what to do. Some of us have done it way more than you, bro. My favorite especially is when you cheat and play Rivals Barrage and then set Rivals Barrage. That secret tech, love that. Big fan of that one.
That was, big fan of that April Ulti Cup. Shout out to the Theos of Walsall.
Let's get the run started. What was your round 1?
For fuck's sake. I forgot this. I want to repress it because it was fucking it was Tommy Tricks.
No.
His round 1. I said no. I saw the
that.
name Smeaton. I was like, please let it be some other Smeaton.
He'd be his brother again.
No, it was Tommy Tricks.
Yeah, it'd be really funny if it was his brother again. Just
right.
Oh yeah, poor dude got Harry last round for Liverpool.
Quick shout out to Terry in the chat.
Yeah, the Smeaton gang keep catching it. Some good boys.
But yeah, first one was against Tommy Tricks. He's playing Grace. It being an Ulti Cup, I couldn't go easy on the dude. I had to go in. I just had to go in. I'm pretty sure one of the rounds he bricked as well. But yeah, Tom really got like the bad end of the red hybrid stick. This Ulti Cup, I think we were against 3 of them.
Yeah, he lost all 3 as well.
Poor guy. Oh
no, he won one of his red hybrid. He lost the 3 and he beat one of them.
Right.
But it was, if half his rounds are red hybrid, what does that say about the metagame spread, right?
Yeah, that's rough.
Round 2 was red hybrid mirror. I think I've probably got way more practice on red hybrid mirrors purely because against Marcio, like they like any red hybrid mirror I've ever gone against, they don't ever try to control the board. Like I'll let them I'll let them try like aggro me down, but as long as I'm controlling their board, they're dead turn 2 or turn 3. You can OTK them. That was another 2-0 game. Game 3 was the Anubis game. Which 2-0 wasn't that hard of a matchup. I saw 2 Crimson Blazes. Game 2, I saw 1 Crimson Blaze. It just shut him down. You see the good card. You see the good card. You see, that's all you gotta do.
It's one of the reasons to play that deck IMO too. It's just like the ability for that deck to actually control the board in its tense like mid-range and aggro matchups is why red hybrid has stayed the best aggro deck.
It's similar to like how Alpha was like the best deck at using Congo. I think like red hybrid is the best deck at using Crimson Blaze.
Do you remember when the hype was Ukkomon Rookie Rush and then everyone remembered Crimson Blaze exists?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Red Hybrid did not go away when people remembered Crimson Blaze exists.
My fourth game was against Ukkomon. This
Wait,
guy,
You were on stream
Actually-
for this one.
yeah. Well, I think they only caught the last 2 games. They didn't catch the first game. But I played against this guy in another online tournament where I was playing Roll Knights. He was on SetCon. Awesome games. I've always had really awesome games with him. Real cool dude. Game 2, I kind of inted.
No.
I could I was just hoping he didn't have like the full combo. Buying this, like all 3 of my games, like all 3 of my first checks against him was always 2 AGs and a training. So it's like, oh fuck's sake! Like even like game 2 that I lost, he didn't have an AG in hand. I gave him his fucking AG. He just fucking nuked me all from that. Game 3, he got luck sacked. Like he was trying to close out the game.
Brian, it closes out the stream. Tragic. It'd be like that.
Shit him.
Whoa. We back? We back? Any backers?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello,
We back?
Discord. We're back.
We're back.
This is the
Where did I
episode
die?
of all time.
Where did I?
You said
Mickey Mouse.
the AG.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
gave
got-
him his AG, but yeah, game 3, I also like sacked him because he tried to.
That's crazy. There is propaganda. This is anti-propaganda. That's
This
crazy.
goes-
They do not want the record. They're like, oh, I got sacked to security. Delete the VAR. Get him out. Go.
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse format tied to the Mickey Mouse Discord hosting practice.
Okay, yeah, game 3, he got sacked because he tried to close out the game. Check.
There's no way.
There's no
There's
way.
no way.
There's no way.
It's so overboard.
Game
Oh,
three
yeah.
didn't happen.
Okay, game 3, I beat him fair and square.
We're in there. That passes the check. I'm getting word from the live editor that we definitely have that one was good.
It's
Oh
funny.
my god.
Okay.
On the stream preview, you can see like if the
Ugh.
Discord froze, like Andrew just like leaned back. I was like, oh okay.
There's no way, dude. That's so funny. It's just so cooked.
Okay.
Discord is not having
Okay.
it.
No, I sacked him because he checked 3 Takuyas and in Atomic Inferno, and that
Ooh.
just let me I.
That's peak security.
Just like the simulations.
But yeah, he got all 3 hybrids in the face.
God, that's so funny.
He could he was going for game because he's trying to close out. He wasn't able to get any boxes on board.
That's rough.
That's
Yeah,
Digimon, brother.
but I did still check like 2 AGs in the training. He sacked me as much as I sacked him.
Oh, that's Digimon, for real.
Game 5 was against Mirage. Castrated that man.
Poor dog.
2-0. He didn't see anything.
I think Mirage is a weird deck because on paper that deck is insane. That deck is like really good, and then it just has like a terrible red handed matchup. The only way they maybe get to like get away with it is the evade Mirage. And,
What-
that's
And even
it.
then, it's kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
What does that do?
Most of the times
Bounce
I've
a
lost
hybrid?
against.
That bounces a tamer or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
it's-
most of the games that I've lost against Mirage was always like because I always try and chip 2 right at the beginning of the game, and if those 2 are a tamer,
Yep.
you best believe you're dead. They're OTK in your ass.
Yeah, especially if it's a
Uh,
non-tamer. Was it? I
oh,
can't
yeah.
remember what point because we were like getting like the Saf's 2-0, Saf's 3-0. What round was it? We're just like about to get me a Gallopmon
I'll tell
Crimson
you.
Mo for my boy.
I'll
Wrap it
tell
up.
you, it was definitely round 6 because I
Yeah,
had-
round 6.
Yeah, I
I
looked
could've
at his
sworn it was
tournament
before
placements. I looked at the tournament results afterwards. I was like, I can tell you what the room must have been like because no shot you pull up on Red Hybrid into Bielstarmon and you don't immediately do a happy dance.
Oh no,
But-
it was straight after round 5 when the Mirage player. I got too confident after that game.
You
How
got
too
the-
confident did you
The
be if
easiest
you won the
buy
whole
in the
thing?
world. And just
It
goes,
was there when I said I'm gonna get you that Crimson mode.
What a guy.
That's how confident I was.
Bro clutched up. Nothing to say.
Yeah. And the
Bro,
game 6 Beelstar Control, this took me by surprise. I did not know what I was playing into at first until I went Aguni, double atomic swung. This was on stream. Double Aguni, double atomic swung first check, fucking
Kakai's breath.
yeah, Kakai's breath. I was like, oh shit. This is Beelstar.
I think that's genuinely one of the things that makes Beelstar so strong. Not even just like the engine being good, but the fact that you go, is it Melga? And I can swing it security, and then you swing and you see Happy Bullet, go, well, Kakai, and you go, oh, I lose.
Yeah.
I'm just inted into security.
It's also like a purple deck that gets to play removal that is not traditional to purple because they have Kakai's breath to like bounce, and they have like a little bit of bot decking. So it's like they get to defend against red decks that normally have good matchups. Just because if I have on deletions and you're playing a purple deck, I'm chilling. But if it's a blue card and you're bouncing the card to my hand, I'm getting no value.
Yeah, it's crazy as well. It feels like the Beelstar players always have mat turn 1. Like, I don't know what it is. Doesn't matter what mat they're on. They are finding that blue. It's like Gabumon, blue source. I'm like, how? How do they always have it?
Melga players can't do that.
Yeah. I think it's funny too because Beelstar is this like it feels like a deck that if it came out a year later, it would have gotten like the Royal Knights treatment where they have like a Digi-Egg that does the throwing the option cards away for them. But like because Beelstar is old as hell now, it like has this problem where like it just has to borrow whatever good purple thing exists to be the second or third best purple control deck of a format. Like it's so rough out here for the Beelstar.
Yeah, but doesn't that make Beelstar one of those decks where it's like it's
Makes it
gonna
that
creep up
hard.
in the format? No, it's gonna creep up in the format like every now and again
It's like
because it's
Lilith.
always getting supports with 7s.
Yeah, that's true. I was laughing about it. Shouts to Derek when I remember the day Hades Force got revealed, and he was like, "It says Greymon play cost. I'm ruined." And I was like, "You weren't playing red, blue, black, and purple in the same pile. Shut up." Good times. Good times.
But yeah, that Beelstar game was really good. That was a 2-1. And then last round was round 7, Red Hybrid. I don't think this guy ever played the Red Hybrid mirror. He did not know what was coming. He did not know what was coming.
Yeah, I was like listening to it, like on my phone because I was like working, and just like I couldn't see the feed. I was like trying to just keep up with the play-by-play. I was like, oh, he's cooked. It's like I'm just listening to the play-by-play. It's like he's not doing this correctly. He dies without it.
Game 2, turn 2, when he played Red Memory Boost, I was like, it's over. He's already way too slow.
He was on 2 of those. I looked at the list afterwards.
It's not a bad call.
I think it was just like an old format tech. Like I mean, obviously,
it's very much a current format tech. I think.
Yeah,
you think
it's not a bad call. I just think in the mirror it's far too slow.
Well, I'll have to see. I haven't played enough Red Hybrid.
The idea is that like you want to have, you want to have like cards. The reason why people Atomic Inferno versus Anubis doesn't do that much. So people just favored boosts because the 2 memory in security does more.
Well,
sure.
And that's pretty much it. But then like you have like a worse second matchup and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah. I think it's neat too. I think it's neat too because one of the things that the deck gave you is like the option to play. Like this is I mentioned Ukkomon before. The decisions on Ukkomons fascinate me because like every Red Hybrid player I talk to about Ukkomon, they're like, "Dang, dude, I'd play more if I could figure it out."
Oh, for the winner box, I took out all my Boko. I went 3 Ukkos, 1 Boko.
Yeah, so it's one of those cards. I think that like the ability for you to speed up that turn. Like I used to be such a hater. I was like, man, how am I supposed to play Red Hybrid if I don't have like Flamemon, Agunimon, and then spit out T-Is?
Yeah.
I was like, that's the game
dream.
Plan. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh wait, Ukkomon. I understand now.
The Pokemon I still think was quite nice. It was like when we played at locals. It felt like it got some serious value, and then I feel like it backstabbed you mega hard in one game that we played. This footage is also never coming out because the phone turned off, so it's been erased. But like that Pokemon was like,
was it?
Yeah, the phone turned off for like 5 minutes. The Boko helped in one of the games.
Yeah,
lost you game 2. To be fair, like game 2
he
was
whiffed.
like
I think he whiffed. Yeah,
it was like what 3
Pokemon
tamers.
whiffed?
It was like 3 tamers, no rookie or something, and like 2. It was 2 6s, 3 tamers. It's like terrible hit, just like awful. Terrible hit.
No, yeah, it's because like I'm saying because I didn't have a rookie, I need to put a rookie in raising. to like push up and like swing for you at the end of the game, but he didn't find me the rookie that one. I was thinking like if he was the rookie that I could evo him back, I could have done something with it.
To be fair, that game was so funny as well. It was like he pushes up Takuya with Aguni, does like Atomic Inferno, like Alderman Atomic Inferno, swings in. First check is the starter deck Magnamon. It digivolves it back down to the 4. Goes onto the Vmon, bounces the Takuya, like puts the Takuya out from underneath it, then bounces it back to house. Like, wow, worst possible first check. And then like game 3, the Ukkomon actually like swings for game after he does the Saf thing and drops Gravity Crush Atomic, hits me for 4 checks, and then Boko for game. Like, all right.
Ban that card.
Yeah.
Gravity Crush, fucking ban that card.
It's not normal.
We're out here 4 years into this game. Those zero cost memory options, man. I mean, how many people have to make a video about it before somebody gets to say something to the dev team?
I don't
want to get decorated. I'm sick of it.
I think it's interesting that like Boko like kind of pops in and out. I think in like slower formats where like you have the time to develop the Boko, he's like the most value that you can have in Red Hybrid over like 2-3 turns. But in some formats, like Anubis format, you just don't have the time to play him because it's too slow. And so you just go Ukkomon, and you just like...
That's the thing. Like, Ukkomon, like, one of the reasons Pokemon was so crazy, we used to talk about this, is like how good Nemon and Pokemon would have been if their secondary effects had been switched, where like you gained the 2 memory for evolving over a tamer on Nemon, and Pokemon got you the piece back. Like, that was a really cool theory and concept, and like would have helped make those 2 cards roughly as good as each other. Forget that, dude. You get half the memory Pokemon gives you from pushing up with the Ukkomon on field. Like, who cares? Ukkomon all the way. It's so nuts.
The 2 memory goes crazy though, because Saf was with the Boko, Saf was evolving into the Burning Gray. And I was like, oh damn. It didn't cost him any memory and he hasn't hit security yet. Like normally it's like, okay, I pass him 1, I don't get cooked. I passed him 1, I get cooked. I'm just like, what? That's not fair.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It just depends. There are formats where you can like change it, but right now I think Ukkomon is very, very strong.
I wouldn't be surprised if once we hit BT16 and there's 2 Ukkomons that one of them will die.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the lists before. We don't have to get too deep into it right now, but the Mastemon players have been cooking over there with EX6's release, and I saw a build that like I don't know, it was like 30-something people. But it was 0 yellow or purple rookies. It was 8 Ukkomons, and then you just start slamming Gatomon. And that was like the winning permutation for Maste.
I mean, to be fair, Maste has always been a deck that has kind of struggled to fit rookies in, and all of the rookies are kind of So like, it doesn't surprise me that they just put a bunch of little chumps.
I have never seen a, like, you know, when like when you fly too close to the sun. I think watching like the team at Bandai sat behind their desk like, they're not playing any Salamons in Mastemon. We might have to do something about Ukkomon.
Quick shout out to Terry in the chat talking about like Pokemon and Purple Hybrid. People need to take Purple Hybrid away from him.
Yeah, that joy went crazy.
It was fun seeing it go off.
I'm kind of sad that like we got both purple and black support for Hybrid, and I just haven't seen it.
Technically, Purple Hybrid got some support, you know, in the red-purple cards. Whether you want to play them or not, that's up to you. But that's what.
Wait, are you talking about the new
Dino Vmon?
Yeah. No, the BT17 guys.
It only evos on Takuya.
Never mind. Purple Hybrid gets nothing.
Yeah. Wait, it evos over Takuya?
Yeah, it says on it.
It's 2 for Takuya.
2 cost of Takuya or
3 cost over the normal colors.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 3 cost over colors and red tamers. I think this is the second generic Agunimon. I have to pull the review.
It might be. I think it's both though. I think it's like 3
I
cost over
reading that
tamers, and then it's 2 cost over the named ones.
Give me 2 seconds.
Dude, my life for Dustimon or Velgamon, actually.
Duskmon.
Yes, so Agunimon is Digivolve 2 over Takuya Combro, 1 over Burning Greymon, and you may Digivolve this card from your hand onto one of your red tamers as if that card is a level 3 Digimon, which would make it 3 memory.
Okay.
So this is the second, or I guess this is also the first non-vanilla generic Agunimon. So We have arrived
you
at
wouldn't
let power
play
creep the card.
Yeah, but
Sure, but it's
nobody's trying-
definitely it's just better than the other Aguni
sure, but nobody's trying to go like a Goonie for a game anymore. You know, we're not in 2021.
I know. So true. I also just while we're talking about it, that Agunimon has the nicest alt art of any red hybrid card, and the new Ulti Cup stuff is pretty sick.
Yeah, they're
But
clean.
it's
it was
just
the new one?
unplayable. Yeah, the new Ulti
Yeah.
Cup art is amazing. But I'm saying the BT4 Agunimon got an alt that is just like out of this world, and I wish I could play it every time I look at it, but it does absolutely nothing in this format.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, oh god. But it's funny. So I found the list. I'll send it over to you, Andrew, if you'd like. But it is Ukkomon, I think, is on the docket, boys, because this is not some random player, by the way. This is Sly X183. He's the back-to-back Singapore national champion. This dude cooks. He was runner-up for the Asia finals this year as well. So absolute like goat of the SEA scene and very prominent purple player. And his list is wild. It really is just like, why would I play anything that's not Ukkomon? So, things to consider. That's EX6. We could talk about EX6 in them. Well, actually, do you want to talk about EX6 now?
We can
Yeah,
do
we
it
can
now,
do.
later. It's up to you guys.
EX6 is funny. So shoutouts to the good folks at Digimon CG Guide. I want to talk specifically. We are on weekend number 1, so the data isn't huge or anything. There are a couple lists that have started to stand out. One of the cards that I think people had pretty hugely underrated was the new Chaos. What's he called? The like pixelated
Chaosmon?
Ultimate Chaosmon. Yeah,
Yeah.
this card has been splashed in ways that I don't think people really like. There was a contingent of groups of there. I don't want to speak for everyone. I'm sure some folks have been like, "This is the card of the set." But whoo-wee, EX6 Ultimate Chaosmon has been showing results so far. It's a card that I know a lot of people are really excited about because just the fact that it's any 2 6s from trash means that like any deck with good trash access sees this disproportionately strongly. And man, like the thing I had like kind of undervalued, I believe, in looking at this is it's the when DNA Digivolving adds the pieces back. But if your deck just has access to placing cards under other cards, it's good enough. Like if you've got like an X antibody line, that's just a second 6 before you go into this thing. So there's a lot of like really cool tools. This
Very funny card. Sec, what is it? Sec +3 and piercing?
Yeah, Sec +3, dude. The
So-
first time ever.
Do we have confirmation that it's yellow or black and green or purple, and it's not? You have to somehow make all 4 colors.
No, that
No,
is
it's-
correct. Yeah.
Yeah, the first
The
set
way
is
you read
correct.
It's really good. Like obviously the intended support is that it's supposed to play with the Leomons and like the Bancho stuff like Chaosmon does. But like it is, I mean, what a collection of colors to be able to play with. Like yellow and green on its own kind of would give you a huge chunk of the format. Throw in purple and then you're done. Like it's nuts. It is crucially the thing that I think I've seen a lot of folks freak out about is that this is just all of the best Ace Digimon in their colors. So all of these like really cheap level 6 Digimon to slam. If you like can't remove that and you have to pass too much memory, you just get clapped up by this card.
You know a deck that likes to pump out a bunch of low-cost level 6s that are multicolored?
I could think of a couple of them.
Yeah, I think of it Davis.
Yeah, so there's I anticipate something like that seeing play. I really shout outs to this card. Cool. I'm excited to see what people do.
I'd be really curious to see if people give up on Fanglong and just go, yeah.
Yeah, it would be pretty funny.
Technically, the Omnimon deck can play this.
Yeah, and it will. The Dark Masters are the right colors. It's just like the longer you look at this, the funnier it is. And then you can add the other things too, because I believe it's
It's like a custom Apoclymon.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Baby Apoclymon.
We need to keep this away from Derek.
Absolutely not. No, I'm giving this to Derek. I would rather have that man kill me than recover +1, okay?
I can already tell you it's too late.
No.
The guy's already been crafting.
Crafting
See, I've been
what?
slacking. I haven't.
I
watched.
don't know. He doesn't make sense.
He's in the lab all day.
You keep saying tidal wave, Kaisernail, tidal wave. This.
So good. So I've got obviously we can go through the actual set, but I would like to shout out one more thing before we go through the review, which was that they did nail it on 50% of the theming here. The first deck to have received major tournament results was 7 Great Demon Lords. This deck went 5-0 in Evo Cup. Shoutouts to Mosho number 3, who play, I believe they were a CS runner-up for a couple events. Like I've seen the username a couple times for different lists, but this is going to be the shell that you see a lot of. I've seen a lot of discussion about this deck so far. This particular package we wanted to highlight because this is the exact winning list. But essentially the permutation for the Demon Lords deck is that, as it turns out, it is because the option cards are tagged Demon Lord. That is going to make the difference.
Right.
So things like 7th Lightning, things like 7th Full Cluster, these cards contribute to the number, and they synergize with all your search pieces. So
too.
So it gets pretty crazy. This is there's a second build floating around where you're playing the X antibody, because Lucamon Chaos Mode is a Demon Lord and is level 5. So you tuck the X antibody under Lucamon Chaos Mode, and now it's a Levia X target.
Oh, I hate
so. Yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff this deck does. It is fast enough to compete with the big dogs. People had some concerns. A lot of the lines basically revolve around how many Creepymons you resolve, how quickly you can draw Beelzemon, and when to deploy it, because the Digivolve matters so much.
That Beelzemon is not normal. That Beelzemon is not normal. Why is it inherent rush? Yeah, there's no reason.
It's
the other thing about
used in Beelzemon as well.
Yes.
Yeah. But the X antibody package I was telling you about for like the second list, like one of the things that build does is they play more BL's X's. So they go like Beelzemon, Rush, X antibody, swing for game.
Yeah.
And that is like how they.
But why is he black? Why does he Digivolve? Make him red.
Yeah, I mean, it's nuts.
Why does Beelzemon now just have access to the Digivolve?
Because red would kind of suck, because purple already deletes. Purple already deletes, red already deletes. It's like, okay, yeah, now he's got 2 guns.
One for the Digivolving.
Take the 2 pills and it's just Gallantmon and Beelzemon. We both pop which way Western man. I don't know. I'm very excited. I think this is a cool archetype.
I think EX6 is interesting enough to sort of like it's like a DLC pack for the current format. I think
the EX6's been bad. Like bad for the game. Like EX2 basically put Ukkomon in the game. So like that was
EX2 and the Reaper and
okay, EX2 maybe bad set.
Yeah,
EX1 was what, Machine as well? Okay, so EX3 had Hydra. So EX4 was when
EX3 was
EX3, Ukkomon, Dragon.
Hydra, Chaos Dramon, 4 Great Dragons.
D Brigade got support.
So EX4 is when they really started making some cool sets, huh?
No, 3 was fine. But
2 had some cool stuff. It just had one big not cool thing. Listen, I'm gonna stand on my hill for EX2 slander. That's like my favorite set ever.
Yeah, I often disturbing number of boxes of those.
The foundation of Beelzemon was also in EX2.
Yeah.
Takuya. I don't want to talk about Takato. I'm a fake fan. I'm a fake fan. Look at me. The Takato EX2 is card of all time for any archetype. Like how cursed Gallantmon was before we gave that thing Blitz. Oh, brother. So there's a lot of cool stuff. But EX sets are kind of evil. Like it's not
I'm just a big fan of 3 alt arts, and usually one of the alt arts being an archetype nobody wants to play except this guy.
Yeah.
This one is looking okay though. I think like 16 is such a good format. Well, on paper I think is a very good format. The more you play the format, you start to notice that there's some decks that are not as good as some other decks. I'm not going to mention Mastemon in any way, because that card is so good that 2 decks can play it. And it's just like, oh, neat.
Yeah, it is actually insane. There's a ton of great cards coming out of this set. But like the other thing is like when they release sets like this, it'll be even crazier for us because of the effort to kind of catch the Western players up to the Eastern card pool. So BT16 for us is going to be shorter than it was in Japan, and I think it'll make BT16 plus EX6 feel like part 1, part 2 of like a sequel trilogy. Like we're gonna get like the absolute nightmare, and then BT17 is going to go blow everything out the water. Like the reveals so far have been hilarious, but the decks that they're making. The decks that they're making in BT16 and EX6 are is its own kind of metagame where like there's a bunch of good angels, there's a bunch of good free type stuff, and then like boom, here comes the movie support.
Yeah, because isn't it 17 and 18 and merged for us, then 19 and 20 are going to be merged as well.
Or 18 and 19 and EX7. So BT17 is the last set that will be normal for the Western players.
Okay.
3 in 1.
No, they're not going to merge.
So
BT, I guess that would be BT19 is basically going to be split down the middle in the West.
It's like 1.0, 1.5. They're doing that again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So they're going to catch us up that way, which is neat. I don't know how much that'll make a difference because nobody has seen any of the cards yet. But you know, I'm excited.
We're getting like some really insane like ace Digimon, and you better start learning how to play around aces.
Yeah.
Because
there's a ton of stuff out there. I mean, like people we were talking a second ago, like MegaGargo Ace, but like y'all,
MegaGargo Ace is
Vikemon,
like a small little tadpole on a really big pond of
Sylphimon. You guys, if you're locals, hey, this is your internet friend Tom speaking. If your locals have recently been filled with slugs, don't worry, it won't get better. It won't get better at all. It's gonna get worse. I'm not gonna tell you a lie and hurt your feelings. It's gonna get so bad. They're going to get Sylphimon Ace. And you're going to have to sit there and be like, is the Mastemon a bomb? Yeah, the Mastemon's a bomb. It's bad.
Crimson Blaze.
Crimson Blaze or nothing.
Get your Crimson Blazes now.
This is our weekly market watch.
Market, how much are Crimson Blazes right now? Let's cause a buyout.
Buy Errata Crimson Blaze. It is a buyer's market on Errata.
Don't even get the Store Champ one. That has the wrong text. Errata Pack Crimson Blaze.
No, get the Store Champ one for the intimidation factor, and if you both get the ruling run, it works in your favor.
What are we going to say about the Crimson Blaze, Sam?
I was just saying, like, they printed the Errata and then the Store Champs one, right?
Oh, don't get me.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you what happened to this card. Me and Tommy Tricks were talking about this the other day. The gold Crimson Blaze, Congo, Mugen, and Sorai took so long to come out in the West that they were sent to print with the original text, and then the errata was issued in between the waiting period. That's how bad it got.
God.
So awful. The other deck is Devas, if anyone cares. The other topping list so far is Devas, but I think Devas is like the unfun red hybrid, where it's just like, yeah, at the start of a format, it will smoke somebody.
Okay, I was looking to see if there was Crimson Blazers, like just do that thing where we get someone's gonna make a whole lot of 2p sales on card market.
Those are so funny.
There's only one guy that has like 10, and he's not from the UK, so it's less funny.
I swear to you, if I find another list which was as funny as that Where Garurumon Unsuspend pile, which is dying next Friday, by the way. I hope you all have had a chance to play it.
Marcio, you haven't ganked our locals with that yet.
Yeah,
my thing was that Wednesday, right?
My thing
is that
was
the one with Avalon's Gate?
Yeah.
You should gank it. Like we've gotten our Apocally, we've gotten our full power Melga. We need this in the time capsule before it's unplayable. I realized, okay, yeah, you need to play it. Are you still alive? Or yeah, okay. You need to play it so I can get it in the time capsule before it disappears. Because we got the full power other things.
Yeah,
my thing was just like, video. I had so little time for EX5 because it was such a short set in terms of like, it was like, what, a month?
Yeah, basically. 5
weeks. I was just like, I was like, I gotta play Leopard. I gotta play Leomon. I gotta play Mitama. I gotta play this before like it gets power crept in BT15, and then we're pretending that Apoclymon is a real deck. So that's why I haven't played it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Righty. So it is now, as of recording live, it is 10 past 9 p.m. here in the UK. And I don't know about you guys, I'm having a good time. Seems like the chat's kind of bumping. And I feel like it'd be a really cool time for us to introduce a segment to this show.
Woo, segment time.
Yeah. I would, if you boys will permit me, I would really, we're having a good time, kind of a talk show host. If you guys don't know, I went to school as a reporter. So it would be my pleasure if you would permit me to gauge the room with you all. Perhaps memory gauge the room?
Discord did not like that.
There's no way, brother. I spent so long on that all day. I'm so upset.
Hey, at least the full title came out before it froze.
Yeah, the segment's called Memory Gauges the Room. Gentlemen, if you'll please direct your attention to... actually, wait, what am I talking about? direct your attention to our Discord DMs. So I'll need all of you to check not our chat, but our Discord DMs.
Discord wouldn't do better. That's crazy. Discord a hater.
I'm about to DM each of you a word. 1 second. Please hold on. And do not read this word out loud. Do not read the word out loud. And do not, under any circumstances, share it with your co-hosts.
This is also the time that if you're wanting to play along at home, to head over to twitch.tv/KnTElixar, and you too can enjoy inting your Herder and channel points.
So here's how this game is going to work, boys. I have just DM'd all of you using a web app I've got here to draw a short straw. Have you guys ever seen perhaps the game Among Us, where perhaps one player among us could be deceitful, playing with a different aim, attempting to win against the odds of his fellow man? One of you three.
So one of us three.
Yeah, one of you three real life friends is now going to lie to your other two real life friends. I have with me here a series of statements about the Digimon TCG. A statement, for example, as our first one will be, which is that there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG. You have each been instructed to either tell the truth or lie and respond to this statement. You're each going to be given 30 seconds. We're going to go in order. So we'll go Andrew, Marcio, Saf. And we will be playing Memory Gauge the Room.
Did I misspell Gauge?
For those people asking, this is basically Magical Hats. Yes, if people are asking, is this like Magical Hats? This is kind of like Magical Hats.
I spent so long on Gauge the Room. Come on, dude.
No, the name is great. I love this name. Just like how I loved Actual Caster.
But, yeah, you know, reminder. Anyway, what we could have had. Well, so, chat, after we're going to start with Andrew. Every single contestant will be given 30 seconds. I have a timer ready on my phone. I will cut you off. And I will need you guys to defend using the parameters I sent you in our Discord DMs. I will need you guys to tell me, in your opinion, whether or not or make a case for the statement. Are you ready? There are too many.
Prediction.
No problem. The statement will be, there are too many Greymons in the TCG. So let me know when you're ready, Andrew, and I will get my timer going.
All right. Imposter Marcio is imposter. Saf is imposter. So if we're getting 30 seconds each, it's basically like 2 minutes to vote.
Yeah, 2 minutes is perfect.
So one of us has to lie, right?
Yes, and you've all been issued instructions. So each of you received a DM from me with the specifications. I drew your names out with straws. And you have to make a statement on you have to address the statement, there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG. We'll be starting with Andrew. So, are you ready, Andrew?
I am ready. Prediction is live. And I can tell you for sure that there are too many Greymons. Like, everyone loves that little orange dinosaur, but there's an Agumon in nearly like every single color now, and the Greymons are just everywhere. Like, the fact, especially now that you've got the black text, it means that even if there's not too many Agumon, you could just go over everything, bro. There's the Greymon that's not even a Greymon anymore, so you can just stack Greymon on top of Greymons. There are too many. We got one in white, probably got one in, we've got blue, red, black.
That's your time.
All
right. Next in the order, we will have Marcio. Marcio, tell me what you think about the statement, there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG.
I think there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG. Not just because, like, it's also that they're all very samey, but, you know, they're not really, like, exploring all the Greymons. And, you know, it's great to have a mascot for the game and then, you know, like, build around that mascot. But I think there are too many Greymon just because, like, it's not even that they all play different. Maybe like 2 of them play different. And it's also just kind of like every time a Greymon deck gets support.
That is your time.
All right, never mind.
And last, Saf, are you ready to address the statement, there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG?
There are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG. Go to digimoncard.dev, type in Greymon, and tell me when you stop scrolling. In every set, we get at least 1 Greymon.
we will cut it there. All right, chat room, go ahead and give us the prediction is live on twitch.tv/KnTElixar. Go ahead and let us know which one of these fine, exciting co-hosts is lying about their opinion on the statement, there are too many Greymons in the Digimon TCG.
Wait, they're all normal takes? Yeah, but now...
but that means one of these people is a sicko.
Yeah, I was like, surely
excellent.
just one of us is going to disagree and get slammed. I was like, wait, we all agree.
Well, one of you is a liar. Has the prediction gone through? We're giving
The prediction has gone through. 94% of the audience think that Marcio is the imposter. What do you have to say about those allegations?
I am the imposter, dude. I freaking love variations of Greymon. We need more Greymon. We haven't even explored how many Greymon are. We have Blitz Greymon. There's Gaiumon. You know, like, Greymon is tight. I'm cool. You know, Greymon is fine. Honestly, I don't think we have enough Greymons. You know? I think Greymon is peak. War Greymon is fine. War Greymon is great. Every variation of War Greymon is sick. I'm talking Black War Greymon, Gaiumon, Shine.
Greymon propaganda has to end. They've killed him.
Got killed mid-rent.
The Shine ban list got Marcio too.
Greymon with a slight change is peak Digimon. Okay.
I mean, he's not wrong, chat. Greymon is tight. I'm sorry that like Ducky Rubber Duckmon does not get a TCG card. Have you considered that he's not cool enough?
I don't care about Toby Catmon. I care about Greymon.
Yeah, that's the guy on the movie. All right, well done, chat room. I'm seeing some folks saying we might need a little bit longer on the predictions. So let's say like 3 minutes this time, so that folks we have a little longer to discuss it, and then we can cut it off really if we're not getting the time. All right, let me go ahead and draw straws once more. Thank you, boys. Gosh, that was good. Let's get this going.
I'll do it from when the statement is said, because that gives all of us our time for 30 seconds plus time for chat to vote. And then I guess it gives us time to figure it out, because I had nothing.
We need to discuss among ourselves as well.
I have just sent over your DM. You should all have your message from me with your instructions. The statement this time is that community-built decks, things like Rookie Rush, Security Control, MegaZoo, for example, are the most interesting kind of deck in the card game. That is the statement you'll be addressing. Andrew, what do you think about that?
I want to say the community coming up with decks is what pushes Bandai to try and make more measured support. I think stuff like being able to turbo into Ragnarlord on these horrendous stacks has been something that's shown that maybe you should be really specific about your evos, and I think the community giving lifeblood to random cards and abusing old powers is what makes Digimon Digimon, and not like any other card game.
That is your time. Well done. Right. So, once again, the statement, Marcio, community-built decks, Rookie Rush, Setcon, MegaZoo, are the most interesting kind of deck in the game. Go ahead.
These are, I think, I'm going to agree with Andy. They're like most interesting because they kind of push the boundaries of like what you can do with the game. And like...
Oh, he's dead.
All right, let me try again.
Cooked.
Yeah,
I'm resetting your
I
timer.
got cooked. All right, reset my timer.
All right, go ahead.
All right, I think that the community-built decks are the most interesting, even though a lot of them end up being purple, but they kind of push the game to like its limits because you're making cards move in the way they were not intended, and you know that's kind of cool. You know, you can only play Greymon so much before the game gets stale, but it's neat that you know people can like kind of look at the card pool and like pick out a card and like make it kind of like do its thing. Like for example, the Avenged Kidmon deck, you know, that's like a neat deck that like it wasn't intended to work that way.
That is your time. And lastly, Saf.
This game's hard.
Community-built decks, Rookie Rush, Setcon, and MegaZoo are the most interesting kinds of decks in the game. Your response? The clips on Twitch this stream are gonna go crazy, dude. Okay, Saf, I'll count you in. Ready? All right, so I'm gonna go 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I think the most interesting community built decks are the most interesting because looking at the big picture, it helps newer players to come into the game a lot more easier. They're like, so like Leomon, for example, community built decks always fun. Leopardmon and other stuff like that, they're a lot more fun to play. Meta decks, uh, I mean, they don't stand a chance against most meta decks, but
That is your time. All right, chat room. You have your predictions in front of you.
Who do-
3 potentially nefarious opinions being
Wait,
shared
I'm
on the internet.
confused. What was Saf was saying that like community built decks help new players?
yes.
Okay,
So Saf is saying like
I
a
think-
rookie rush deck is a great way into Digimon, for example.
sure.
So here you go. So once again,
He's
chat,
not
these
wrong.
3 folks have responded to the idea that community-built decks, things like Rookie Rush, Security Control, and MegaZoo, are the most interesting kind of decks in the game. You have the remaining time for this prediction to hear these folks out, maybe consider, perhaps one of them is telling me something that they don't wholeheartedly believe. Who hasn't lost to especially if you're an old head, who hasn't lost to a Rookie Rush deck where they just drew the full nuts and they killed you on turn 3? Where's the fun in that? I'm like, surely everybody has a SetCon guy at locals, right? Like, you all know what's going on with that.
Known
What's like
Derek
another, like-
sympathizer.
What
But
are some
then
other
again, it's
other
cool
like
that
weird
it's,
ones?
other community kind of
No,
builds
no,
like
other
that.
like weird ones.
SecCon.
No, second is like. I'm
Well,
talking about
SetCon
like
is a
Anubis
community
loot.
find.
Anubis loot.
Anubis. Loop,
Yeah,
that's a
or
good
like
example.
turn skip, the memories turn skip, Zubamon, Lightfang, Nightclaw.
Wasn't Little Loop community built?
Yes, it
Yeah,
was
true.
100%. I just tried to avoid, like, SetCon was weird because, like, there are many kinds of SetCon. I tried to avoid naming a specific.
To be
deck.
fair, Hokuto
For the
SecCon is kind of funny.
When I originally was writing these statements for the community
Oh,
deck,
that's the black one, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
I also wanted to do the what's it called? Kineko special, the Black War Greymon deck where they make Gaiumon, they
Oh.
Chimeramon, and then play 4 Blinding Ray, 4 Gravity
Oh, the
Crushes.
promo Greymon.
Yeah, that was good.
Hear me.
Liam's also got a good one. Yeah, memory printer. That is.
Yeah,
Like-
I guess Memory Printer would constitute a deck.
According to the Imperial
that's
Discord,
Liam in the
that's not
chat?
Imperial. So that is a community built deck. Also,
All
I
right,
think
Andrew, have we got our predictions?
we do have our predictions. 12% of the vote think that I am the imposter, and 88% of the vote think that Saf is the imposter. How do you respond to the allegations?
I'm not an imposter.
Will the imposter please? Thank you very much.
I hate those. Like, it's so. I'm just okay. Have you guys looked at the ban list? It's like Mega Digimon Fusion. Why is that card there? Community based deck. Oh, guys, let's use Lilithmon to just like go memory gauge. The memory gauge doesn't matter. What's another Second? Yeah, Second was really good, guys. I think we did a great job with Second. Let's do more of that. Rookie Rush. Oh, that's cool. Evoing is for chumps. Let's just like swing. What are some other cringe piles? Thank God at least like Pokemon is like gone, but like people are just now. I'm going to play Omnimon with my Dark Masters, and Zwart is very cool, and I'm going to delete your tamer. That's not even that offensive, to be fair. That was just more like a recent example. What are like the other ones? Half of them are purple anyway. Oh, the turn skip deck. The turn skip deck with the Zubamon promo and the Grace Nova stuff. Yeah, that was really cool, guys. Good job on that one. Let's just like skip people's turns. I'm really glad we came up with that one.
Yeah, it is pretty wild.
Damn, he's
do you want me to keep going? Do you want me to keep going?
He's so good at lying, bro. That's crazy.
Alrighty,
At
gentlemen.
least I was not listening.
I have drawn our straws for question number 3. You will all be receiving your instructions.
She was like,
as
I
we
am.
continue. So give me 1 second.
It's not that I don't like goo. It's just I can't stand like rancid goo. You can cook all you want. You can cook like purple hybrid all you want, but like you think I'm trying to play against like Tidal Wave Dormicmon? No.
All right, gentlemen, you have all received your instructions. The statement for the chat room, I'll let Andrew get ready for this in a second.
Yep, we're ready.
The statement for the chat room and for our hosts to determine what they believe here is: all the colors are equally powerful in the Digimon TCG, with the exception of white.
What the fuck was my answer again? All
right, Andrew, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. All right, am I on time?
3, 2, 1, go.
I think all the colors are all, I mean, besides white, because it's effectively not a real color. And even then, it, like, Mother D Reaper was good in, it's been good in various formats. It's won different things. Every single color has had a top, for better or for worse. Like, black has machine, blue has everything that unsuspends, red kills you in like turn 3. Play red hybrid when in doubt, Saf. Green is still paying for the sins of HPD. Johnny Lowe is on a list in several countries, probably as a result.
That is your time. What a way to end that rant. Johnny Lowe is on the list. So that was Andrew's opinion on the statement. All the colors are equivalently powerful, with the exception of white, which is missing support. But let's hear what Marcio has to say about that statement. Marcio, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
All the colors are not powerful. If you believe that, you are taking the Bandai blue pill. Blue is so much better than all the other colors. When was the last time blue like couldn't compete? When was the last time the yellow could compete? Hey guys, we got Angemon Ace. Yeah, that's really gonna put us on the map. Anyway, Mirage go boo, Melga boo, BT1 Omnimon. It was blue Omnimon. Boo. It's just like a blue flare. Boo. It's so much better than anything else. Why
that is your time. And chat, once again, Marcio was responding to the statement: all the colors are equivalently powerful, with the exception of white, which is missing support. Lastly, let's hear what Saf has to think about that. Saf, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
Nope, the colors are not balanced. It's all bullshit. Fucking black, way too strong. They got fucking Digivolve. They got black Mega. What was his name? The MegaZoo Ace.
Yeah.
You can't Digivolve. The game's Digimon. You can't Digivolve. What is this shit? Green? You give them one memory, as Marcio says, you're fucking dead.
That's your time. Okay, chat room. So once again, Saf was responding to the statement: all the colors are equivalently powerful, with the exception of white, which is missing support. Go ahead and vote on which one of our hosts here.
I forgot about black. Saf brought up a good point.
One of these guys is lying about what they just told you. They spent 30 seconds lying to you, chat.
I purposely left out green, but that's just me. I was
So
like, these yeah.
Oh,
I forgot about black. Black is also like, black is either like so. Digivolve is just like, oh, I'm protected. Are you? Are you sure about that? Are you protected to the Digivolve?
I will hate on green and black every day.
It's like purple players. They're like, purple is so underpowered. Jack raid for 3.
Jack raid for free. It is, yeah. I mean, I think there's something to be said for the fact that you see a lot of folks on the Digimon spaces online that talk about how they only play one color. They have a pet deck that is like, that's not uncommon in card games. Even like stuff like Magic, where it's like the color identity is good. But man, even in games like Magic that are 30-something years old, right? Like, y'all haven't seen blue turn skip before? Okay, so maybe it's the same in Digimon, I guess. But of course, like I said, one of these 3 gentlemen was lying to you, chat. So we want to hear your intonation, your expectation here. So far, 2 lies on Marcio. I'm drawing straws randomly here. So, the human brain is the data cruel, and was Marcio good enough at lying to throw y'all off?
Jamie, I hope that you're watching back on YouTube so you can just zoom back and try and get it, because we are predicting live. Yeah. One of us was bullshitting. I have no idea who. Transparently, I've got no idea.
I think my money's on you. I think there's like a color that like deep down you just think it's like so much better than everybody else. But you play like you have like 3 decks that you cycle between. So like you don't see color. You know, you're just like, I'm going to play.
Yeah, my
I
first
want to
deck
play
was
Ragnar.
armor, bro. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm a blue player. And it's like green, red, yellow. Got a blue, black now. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm a purple player now.
I'd say so. Yeah.
You know what? SIS turned me into a multicolor player, bro. You never know when you're gonna roll a dice. I'm like, oh, I'm on green hybrid now. How does this deck function?
I love gambling.
But speaking of functioning, that's how the game is played. So, Andrew, do you want to share the data for us?
All right, we have 79% of the vote think that I am an imposter. 700 channel points on it.
700 channel points. Andrew, do you want to share the folks what their investment's going to win them?
Okay, well, their investment, what did I? Yeah, just checking that I didn't troll the segment. I am not the imposter.
I knew it was.
There's 21% of the vote on Marcio for the 3-peat.
Yep, but of course, our imposter was Saf. Saf, do you have anything to say about Digimon colors?
I do think that the colors are balanced, but however, it's me talking about green and black. That's personal. That shit's personal to me. But outside looking in, like, I genuinely think that everything has an answer to each of the other colors. It's just it depends on what deck you're playing. Like, we're not if we just talk about purely colors, there is answers. It's just there's some decks that just can't answer other colors decks.
What set did you start playing the game?
You're BT1 head, right?
No. I bought the
like
BT1 set, but I was never playing that. I started playing when Chessman was a thing. It was
BT6.
BT6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
if you fought in those wars when colors were like, oh, I'm playing green. What do I have? I have Titamon.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
Chat.
1.5. It's like, what am I playing? I'm playing Sarasmon. Yeah, now we'll see who's
I'm playing Green Omni.
I'm playing Green Omni. Or like it was like, okay, to be fair, back then, like, there was more community made decks because like it was just like, unless you're playing the deck that Bandai intended you to play,
the
like,
archetype
You're
or
playing
whatever.
good stuff.
yeah, you're just playing like good stuff. Oh, Shotman DX.
Wait,
All right, gang.
chat, let me know your records. That's what I want to know. Like,
Yeah, we want to hear the winners chiming in. But of course, as all things are funniest, I wanted to make sure that there wasn't a chance that one person might get a draw here. So we have an odd number of rounds, gentlemen. And our penultimate question, our second to last, when Andrew, let me know you are ready.
Oh, we're doing another one. Okay.
oh,
Yeah,
we're
we
doing
got
another.
two more. This one and one more.
Oh god.
Okay.
This one and one more. And let me get my straw drawing ready.
5 rounds.
Alrighty,
Let's
I'm
go.
going to-
X3 on the votes.
Gentlemen, your instructions are coming to you now. You'll be right there. All right, you have all received your orders, boys. Get ready for service. The statement you'll be responding to do today is, from control to combo, mid-range to aggro, each playstyle in the Digimon TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years. Once again, from control to combo or mid-range to aggro, each and every playstyle in TCGs has been represented well in Digimon in the first 3 to 4 years. So, we got a mill deck, we got a combo deck, we got stall, we got aggro, we got burn. Like, it's all in there, surely. So, you've all received your instructions. One last time, from control to combo, mid-range to aggro, each playstyle in the Digimon TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years. Andrew, if you're ready to roll, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
So just like we kind of all said that the colors are balanced, I think with the colors kind of leaning to an identity, it means that as long as all of the colors have their time to shine, all of the playstyles also get their time to shine. We all talk about like Blue Go Burr and like we have those fast formats, but we've seen Satcon do well at basically every single format. So like I think the fact that like you can play outside of your color archetype if you need to, but can always turn back to, as long as the color is good, a playstyle will be good. It's just
That's your time.
all right.
Next up, Marcio, who will be responding to the statement, from control to combo, mid-range to aggro, each playstyle in the TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years. Marcio, your time starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't think all the types have been represented equally. I think control has been like typically weak, and usually the more aggressive strategies tend to do a lot better. Things like tempo decks and combo decks, more so recently as well, especially with like how the game has progressed. Decks get to do more per turn, so like an aggro deck like Red Hybrid technically isn't doing a lot of actions, but for example, like in BT9, everything was like an OTK like style deck, and then like in like BT10,
That is
11,
your time.
okay, whatever, fine. You don't want me to talk.
I'm sorry, guy. There's rules. We can talk about it after Saf has had a chance to go. Saf, your statement you'll be responding to is, of course, from control to combo, mid-range to aggro. Each playstyle in the Digimon TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years. And your time to respond to that statement starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
I think that they have not been represented by the community. Yes, they have, because as we go back to the community decks like Millith and all those are like Millith, Sitcon, those are all like community built decks. So via the community, yeah, they would represent well. But coming from the actual game itself, those decks weren't intended.
All right, we'll cut you there. Perfect. So, chat room. One of these 3 folks has told you a lie about their opinion on the statement from control to combo, mid-range to aggro. Each playstyle in the TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years. Please vote in the channel points. Give them all away. Those mono coins got to go.
I will say some people did get info diffed because halfway through Safs an ad just popped up. So when we get back, it's like 50 seconds. We'll kind of summarize the last part of Saf's. It was like 15 seconds. I just looked over. I was like, long day for them.
That is a challenge.
This is a reminder for everyone that's watching this back on YouTube that if you want to play these live, come over to Twitch. And if you've got a Prime, it means you won't get gimped halfway through your segment and your hard-earned mono coins won't disappear into the ether.
Were we counting tempo as like an archetype?
If you could have considered it an archetype in another card game, I felt this question was broad enough to do it. I said combo to control because it was 2 letter C's. It was just trying to make it catchy.
Yeah.
Okay,
cool.
because like
it could be anything.
Digimon, it's like a lot of the decks are just like tempo decks where like they raise and they do their thing, and then it's like
memory
it's Q&A.
Tempo, right?
All right, the community is back. Saf, do you want to sum up like the last point that you had in your 30 seconds? Just like the last sentence, if you remember it.
Again, it's just so like the decks that when we get given sets from Bandai, it's how they want you to play it. But when we talk about like all different types of decks like mill, control, burning, and stuff like that, it's stuff that the community has come up with, and that's not how Bandai intended those cards to be played. Hence why they get fucking banned.
MDF, Apocalypse.
Yeah. Well, Apocalypse was intended.
No, Apocalypse was fucking. That was a mistake.
Apocalypse is so wild too. We've talked about this a million times, but it's like Apocalypse is wild because they didn't think we were gonna play it the way it got played. They were like, "Yeah, they will slam level 6 Digimon. This is what they will do." They pinky promised they won't play Scatter mode. Yeah.
Scatter mode. I mean, Garurumon. I mean, what was the other engine that got banned?
There was
Gabumon again.
The first Gabumons from the November ban list.
Oh yeah, the old Gabumons. Yeah.
Even analog use, like that card was just being used to throw 3 pieces to the trash. Like it's very stupid.
Because like, then to be fair, I think Apocalypse is like the only intended mill deck that they wanted you to play. There hasn't been like another deck that like focuses on.
I mean, MegaZoo, hypothetically.
Right? Yeah, I get. But Megi was always more about like it was because both players trash, so it was like to accelerate like Galamon.
Sure, I'll give you that.
Right?
But like, I mean, Daemon, like when it was BTA.
Oh,
that's
a mill.
Creepymon is like an actual mill, and it was released alongside like Ophani, knowing that there was going to be recursion.
I always thought they released Creepymon so that you could play Lucemon fall down mode. Demon Lord Soup. I don't know. This is weird. Weird card. I love Creepymon. He does not do enough.
All right. Survey says
Yeah, Andrew, do you want to go ahead and share us the data on the statement from control to combo, mid-range to aggro? Each playstyle in the TCG has been represented well in the first 3 to 4 years.
All right, so I will say that the last 2 rounds have done severe damage to the monocoins economy, and until like a whale like Jamie or Jade starts dropping some serious monocoins, y'all struggling. It's basically wherever Harry votes is where the vote goes. And 85% of all channel points bet were on me being the imposter. I thought that last
Andrew,
round as well.
do you want to go ahead and give us the update? What kind of position were you playing here, sir?
This time I was straight up lying. Mid-range in Digimon is basically non-existent.
Yeah, there's no mid range.
There's no mid-range. The closest
maybe
you
like-
get to mid-range is dropping Magna X and throwing Heaven's Judgment at the board until they run out of pieces. That is as close to mid-range as we have. Even Bagra's not mid-range.
Oh, we died.
Word
Yeah.
Act, but I think he talked the entire time about how bad mid-range is in Digimon.
Yeah, it was just Magna X and Heaven's Judgment is your mid-range deck. Even Bagra's a control deck. There's no mid-range. Like, we've got nothing. You either kill them in 3 turns, or you sit there and make sure you don't die for 3 turns.
I mean, yeah.
Well, fellas, it has been an absolute hoot. Knowing the channel points economy is somewhat in shambles, I might save this final prediction or this final topic for a later game of Memory Gauge the Room. Thanks for playing. This was fun.
Yeah, big fan. So we're going to try and alternate these every week or so. So hopefully Lethal or Living will be back next week. If you have clips, and please have clips, send them to hashtag M4G clips. And then do you want to have one for
yeah, let's do that. So if you have statements that you'd like to share for Memory Gauge the Room, please go ahead and share those on Twitter or X or whatever the heck we're calling it at M4GQs for questions. So that's how we'll do it.
Put
So
it in the chat.
M4GC and M4GQ, right?
Yeah, M4G clips and then M4G
all right. Then
Qs.
it could be. How do I want to do this? Nobody's gonna hashtag M4G statement, are they? Oh wait, M4. Oh, nobody can spell gauge. Shoot. M4G mem. Hashtag M4G mem.
Yeah,
chat.
we like that.
That's not gonna work.
Nothing's. In my head, I was like hashtag MGTR, but then
Hashtag memory for game.
Sure. Hashtag memory for game.
You know what?
Hashtag.
There will be a form somewhere in the comments of like a description. I will get on the form for both of these. So like,
Yeah,
if you want to
just do
submit for
forms.
either of them, there'll be a Google form. Because
Yeah, you know where to find it.
Or just
It'll
add us
be
on Twitter.
Places. But yeah, you know where it's up. Thanks for playing, fellas. This was fun. We'll save that last one for another time when the big spenders can come on through.
Not enough Greymons, and we need more Greymons. There's still so many Greymons we could have.
Yeah, it's for real.
Oh, my game that has too much Greymons. Oh, you think the Pokemon and he's like complaining about Charizard? No!
Nah, it's cool. It makes the water decks meta.
What
We're
about when he's
alrighty.
done?
Oh, my Yu-Gi-Oh has too much Dark Magician. When was the last time they got Dark Magician? That was
Okay.
playable.
Yo, shout out to Magician Souls, 80 quid staple.
You think the Vanguard players are like, yeah, there's just too much Blaster Blade in my Vanguard, you know? I can keep going. Disney folks be like, there's just
Mickey
too many
Mouse,
Mickeys.
bro.
Yeah, there's just too many Mickey Mouses.
Can't stand all the Elsa's.
Just too many Mickey Mouses and too many Elsa's.
So good. Alrighty. So, with that, we've got about. Well, actually, we did pretty good on time. So, how about we look at EX6? I know you guys have been testing a ton of BT16, and rightly so. It is kind of the set of all time. But with EX6 release in the Eastern Bloc right now, and the first weekend of tournament results coming through, I thought it could be a good chance. Have you guys seen all of EX6? Did you guys keep up with the reveals? I know we have a ton of folks, especially like I was surprised by this. I talked to like players that place at events, and they're just like, "Yeah, I have no idea what's coming out every set." So you guys keep up with the reveals pretty religiously.
Oh, me?
All the three of you.
Yeah.
Okay, there's two camps. There's either I'm clueless and I have not paid attention, and I'll go, yeah. I'll look at this later. And then your brother's like, have you read these cards? No. And then like 2 months later, I'm like, whoa, dude, have you read these cards? They're crazy. And he's like, I'm going to strangle you. there's like me up at 3 a.m. I'm just like, damn, this new Agumon for SOC is really interesting. Oh wow, Chaos Dramon, very cool. There's no in between. It's either I keep up with everything or I'm not keeping up at all.
Yep, breaks my heart.
I'm kind of the same. Like, I go through the thing where I'm like seeing support and I'm like, wow, this is so cool. And I do no cognitive thought about how the cards move around at all until I see someone else move them. And then it's like, time to get in the kitchen and start. Like, that is the same for Ragnar. I have not, like, outside of us finding out some incredibly degenerate things, like the Spada load and then use the new option card to free play your 7 out of a 7. Like, outside of some heinous stuff out of that, I've not thought about any ratios, how any of the cards move around, how half of the cards interact. I'm just like, I will see someone do it, dislike it, and then do it myself.
Yeah. How nice would that be?
Again, I'm pretty much the same as well. Like, until I like sat down actually playing it, I don't know what any of these cards are doing.
We're gonna have to get like really good at like evaluating cards when the game merges, because like these reviews are coming out, and that'll be for us.
Yep.
And
I was thinking that before. It's like
it's also gonna make the market like weird, because like if you don't catch on to like a card being good right away, it's gonna go to the moon.
Yeah, we talked about that at the Winner Box this week. It was that like part of the thing that makes some of these cards, like, you gotta feel for the absolute state of buying Mastemon cards right now because of how far ahead these cards are being teased. Like, you know, have you seen what's happening to the current Mirai alts? It's unbelievable.
You said 100 quid.
Yeah, the first
converted?
the sales of the secret rare alt Mirai are like 100 GBP. It's ridiculous.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's not good. If you pull one out of a box, you feel like a millionaire.
I think East did that, and it refunded his box back basically. Well.
Hello, can you hear me, chat?
Yeah, we're here. I was just saying East.
Chat, I'm alone with my thoughts of buying an expensive Mastemon deck.
Yeah, no, East pulled the
Mirai
alt and got his value back straight away.
I mean, it'll do it.
Bana doesn't want you to know how expensive it is. They're cutting the stream off. They're like, no, guys, buy boxes. Come on, guys.
Please buy product.
Terry shambles.
Yeah, it's so rough. You gotta pour one out, because like if they didn't already blow all their money on the yellow vaccine stuff that's been coming out for so long, which is so good, the Mastemon tax is so real.
It's like clown gas. It's like, guys, the secondary market. No. Trust me, buy boxes. You want to be buying boxes so you can pull your alt art Mirai.
Remember, it's an EX6. It's an EX6 set. EX sets have 3 alt arts. You're even more statistically likely. Please buy product.
Card market. TCG player. PU. Go get your product. Buy a case.
Yeah, I think we're going to be tipping towards the line. I can't wait for people like to joke that Digimon content is like gameplay recorded, tier list recorded. Like, there's the things that get done every time. Dude, set review with how many 5 out of 5-star rating, like the Hearthstone days with like
the
Harparian and stuff.
The bro. Trump, what was it called? Trump reviews?
Trump HS? Yeah, Trump reviews. Oh, yeah. Dude.
Trump reviews.
Yes, that was the content. Hey, Andrew, I have an idea for the next month.
How good did we think Ukkomon actually was back then? This guy was kind of...
When we make it to episode 10, we VOD review the show, and when every single week...
Warlock Quest 5-star.
when every single week the guest is right about a card and the 3 of us are wrong, it will be the best clip we've ever produced.
Dude, you see it on Plaid Chat where they have the guarantee whenever they print it. It's just 4 of us like, this card's gonna be trash. Just screenshot it.
Can I be honest with you though? I would do anything to have a record of all of the times I've told Marcio a deck is gonna be insane.
Yeah, Tom is actually pretty good at card reviews.
It's so frustrating.
I'm like, Leomon, you want me to play Leomon or I can play Bloomord? What are you smoking? I'll never play Leomon. Last week I was like, maybe Leomon's kind of the play for Green Cup, you know?
Yeah, it's a whole thing. But of course, like we mentioned, it's sort of probably about an hour ago now, EX6 and BT16 kind of make this really cool, like 2-for-1 special on the meta that they'll play together. And so if we want to have a look at these sets, I think there's some really crazy stuff. We talked about like the cards are going to get expensive, whatever. But like this is the first set with Blast DNA. Like the decks that are getting this new kind of power crept support and the implications that come with that, now that we know what this mechanic does, like it's crazy. It's the sales of these Blast DNA decks and the fact that they're currently not popping off have dropped the price of the Greymon support for the Omnimon hype. The fact that Blast DNA is mid so far has made the cards go down.
My thing with the Blast DNA deck is like, if you are leaving a level 5 with no protection on the field, and if the opponent swings, that's on them. What do you think was going to happen?
Well, depending on how you look at it, some of them have protection now. One of the things I think is really interesting about the Mastemon stuff is the introduction of all the scapegoat support.
And we scapegoat the internet router. Thank you, Discord.
Oh, no, I'm done. Hello. Yeah, I was going to say, I think scapegoat support is supposed to be for Lilith and Bagra, but you definitely can play that with some like weird Lady Devimon soup. So there's a ton of stuff to try out.
Also, I misread.
Stick around.
I also misread Blasting there. I thought you had to have 2 level 5s on the board or 2 level 6s or whatever. I didn't know it was one from hand.
So what's really interesting about that is like I guess they've thought that like Grace Nova was way too specific, and it kind of hurts like how valuable the card is if you can only play it in one deck. So they've kind of gone like halfway back, where it's like we can make the DNA generic again, but if you want to get like the new mechanic, you actually have to play the lines. I wasn't super sold on Blast DNA, but the week I was playing Ragnar at locals, there were so many times where I'm sitting on a protected Brewer and I'm just like, just holding the DNA pieces in hand. I'm like,
you're gonna get cooked in 6 months.
4 months, you're dead.
Yeah, the Ludamon stuff in particular has been funny. That list I sent you guys earlier with the Mastemon update from Sly 183. His list is crazy because it's on one Raijin Ludamon, and you pay 1 to put it underneath Anjuamon or Lady Devimon, and that is the 1 instance of protection. Sorry, 1 negate and 1 forced attack, and that's how you trigger the Blast DNA.
Oh right, yeah, because it gives the taunt as well.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. That I was thinking like Etamon is yellow.
Yeah, people were talking about this as like, you know, that is one of the cards that's going to make Ragnar work. Bro, it's one of the cards that's going to make Blast DNA work. Like, people are able to squeeze this into archetypes because you can put it under any level 5. You just treat it like an option card.
Who needs Laplace Demon when you can...
Yeah, but it's Laplace that gives you a source for the same mem cost.
Yeah.
So, you know, granted...
Not that Master deck also playing Anubis, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah, why wouldn't you? Also, I feel so bad for the English players. We were just talking about like how far ahead future reveals affect the market here. This deck is on 4 Raremon. Those are so expensive.
No, Raiji
is Legend Arms or the same level as the card. All of the new support, if you want to pull those up, Andrew, say under a Legend Arms Digimon of any level or any card of the same level as the card in your hand. So they're very good. You should try them out.
Yeah, it doesn't give the protection, but that's fine. Like, I'm not sure what they mean about the negate, but it gives you the start of main phase swing.
Yeah, making your opponent do a thing that they don't want to do is usually how like you beat people playing around your...
Oh, wait.
No, yeah, it absolutely gives you the protection.
You pitch itself. You pitch itself.
Yeah, it discards itself like Greymon X Antibody can. This is 1 protection for your Ace Digimon.
Wait, okay, yeah, that's sick.
Oh.
Wait, where
yeah, card's really good.
Is it in the ESS?
Yeah,
yes,
when this Digimon would be deleted, other than by one of your effects, by trashing 1 card with Legend Arms, such as itself, trait in this Digimon Digivolution cards prevent that deletion.
The Power Creep Laplace Demon for a very good one.
Pretty much, but obviously this is specifically for these level 5 DNA decks, so something to consider. I'm into it, man. I think if the Ace cards, I come from other card games like Pokemon, and the idea behind like Pokemon, we have prize cards that determine the value of a creature on board. Ace Digimon being strong promotes a cool metagame where some decks are going to play a ton of them, some decks are going to play none of them, and the way that the game flow will be determined. Other than like, my one thing is always that like Black having play cost removal is really stupid in a world where Ace Digimon are good. I hate it so much.
Good.
No,
Black has had like the worst
funny.
No, Black does not have the worst removal. We're done with Mem Gauge the room, brother. Digivolve is broken.
Yeah, but Digivolve makes you have to go find the lower level.
Yeah, you have to like Digivolve, then apply the removal. It's just like, oh my god.
Me when I play Raiji Ludomon off of Legend Arms Alliance, go Digivolve me.
You asked me to do chores. You want me to defrost chicken next? Hoover the room? Just let me get rid of your guy.
I saw this like blues like pretty fucking broke as well.
Yeah.
Just give me that Reggie.
Yep. So there's a ton of value in these sets.
Speaking of
but I-
Digivolve, this is on the Cody as well because your DNA Digivolve.
Oh, God.
It does
Cody's
Digivolve on a
messed up.
tamer.
Cody's
Cody's
messed up.
fucked up. Why get
Cody-
Digimon by a fucking tamer?
By a tamer. Okay, Market Watch Marcio. If you're gonna get one alt art from BT16 where you actually have to use your money, just get like a couple Codys, and that card is gonna be insane in the future. The Digivolve on a tamer is not normal. It bypasses all that can be affected by Digimon, can be affected by options. There's no tamer, like, unless you're full and affected like Magna,
If you're
You're getting
Magna or
Digivolve.
Ragnar, you're just like, nah.
you're getting the Digivolved.
Yeah, it is pretty tempting. I think the other thing that's been cool. from the-
Shakamon to the moon. Not the E-daters in the
Okay.
chat.
Shakamon has a top. That was the other deck I didn't show off because I don't think it's like, I think it was like a 20-person event, which is like, it's not insignificant, I suppose, from the data pool. But it is the funniest list I've ever seen. Let me go ahead and send that. over.
Shakumon, rather. Shakumon.
Oh, sorry, Shakumon.
Yeah, Shakumon.
No, my bad. Shakamon got a win though, which made me laugh. Let me post that.
Shakamon is funny. That deck is really funny.
It is the weirdest deck list I've ever seen.
This is like a Jess ass deck, by the way. I think like we need to show Jess Shakamon because it's like the what's that Yu-Gi-Oh deck that they always refer?
Six Samurai.
No, something
the
Samogi. Chain reaction to
chain
Samogi or whatever.
burn, yeah.
Yeah,
Gift.
it's kind of like that, where like you make your opponent just like play weird Digimon with you.
Yeah, this is that. The overall like current standout for Shakamon piles is that essentially, golly, all of these yellow plus other color Digimon do make great Blast Evolve targets. Gokumon is red yellow, so Sylphimon says hi. The blue one
Valkyrie,
for Valkyriemon, Valkyriemon, pardon me, Valkyrie Ace. Shohakaimon is a yellow black level 5, so you can Blast Evolve on it. Like all of these cards just lend themselves to being used by stupid other cards. It's very exciting. Turn 2 Shakamon. Yeah.
I love silly Digimon.
Yes.
Yeah. But EX6 is full of silly Digimon, except it might be good silly Digimon.
Even Armor. Who was it that was playing against Armor and they were like, "Oh, this deck is a threat." It was you, Seth, right, against Trix
When?
Alliance.
Which deck?
When you were testing Alliance.
Or
when you were-
Armor Alliance. Yeah,
Oh,
Alliance.
for the
Yeah.
BT16 deck? Yeah.
We need it.
It's very
It's
exciting.
hilarious.
I want to shout out one other deck that I think is going to get a lot better out of this pool of BT16. We've already said
Slash
Beelzemon. So yeah, slash EX6. We've already said Beelzemon, so I'm not going to make my case about that. Y'all know how good Rush is. Can't believe this card exists. I want to shout out the SOC Black Pile with Kosuke Kisakata. That like whole like Doru Goramon beatdown box.
Oh,
Yeah.
Harry.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That deck is good and is going to get so much better if the things that are winning are decks that want to do like the things of like if this Raijin Ludamon stuff is real, if things like the Magnamon.
Oh,
stay
Raijin
good.
is insane for that deck, actually. Just like,
Yeah, Raijin is insane, and the fact that a lot of these like really powerful tempo turns fail after their turn ends or after your turn ends. The fact that you can trigger collision immediately afterwards is going to remain insane, and they have no trouble getting bigger than something like a Magnamon Ace or Magnamon X Ace. Oh my god, I'm struggling.
This is why we're never getting a Magnamon Ace.
Yeah. So
Magnamon X Ace.
I think the SOC pile looks pretty tempting going forward.
You
There's a
have
lot of really strong cards this
Do you
year.
have like a list that we can show for?
Yeah, let me get you a list really quick. 1 second.
I'm sorry, Spotify users.
No, they
Spotify
have video.
users-
It's the Apple Podcast users.
Oh,
Please,
Apple
by the
Podcast.
way, if anyone actually has Apple Podcasts, go on there and rate it 5 stars because it sucks. It's the worst one, but we did it to be on everything, and make it worth it. Smiley face.
Give me 2 seconds, gentlemen. I am struggling to find. Actually, you know what? I could do this. I could go.
To be fair, also, whilst we're just talking about like, you know, Legend Arms cards being useful for once, if one of us is very unfortunate and pull, you know, the parallel rares that they're doing for all the different
the foil campaign ones.
yeah, the one they are all hideous and Agudamon.
The Agudamon is so
The
cool though.
Agudamon's gorgeous. Jade hates it.
Well, yeah, I'm sure every artist I know would rather pull their teeth out, but I am a 10-year-old boy inside my heart, and I want gold and shiny cardboard.
Yeah, the Ragnars are so unbelievably difficult to look at.
Ragnar doing the
Yeah.
Pepe punch.
No, I mean that alt art is fantastic, but like the one that's just like modern art type beat where you just can't see what's going on. If one of us pulls those, I'll finally buy the old Ragnar alt arts that I hate, the BT3 ones. I'm just like, yeah, this stained glass shit sucks. But I imagine just like full foil illegible monster on board.
Hey King, I'll lend you mine if one of us pulls that. That's how confident I am that none of us will pull that.
Yeah, because it'll be like Balfi's friend again. And it'll be a 240p picture dropped in Discord.
Here's a decent enough close to standard list that you would kind of expect to see if you'd like to show the good folks at home. A lot of the idea, if you guys aren't familiar, there's some kind of spice and tech in here. This person is playing Ukkomon Ace, which is pretty sweet. But there are lots of effects in here that are relatively powerful. Things that are just like forced combat does a lot. It gets around a lot of the protection effects that are relevant. The Dex Dorugoromon has sort of been considered a meme these days. You don't necessarily have to do it. And especially with the, what's it called? The new Chaosdramon that's coming out in BT17.
The funniest card that like machine players can't use.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Well, they'll probably still. Hey man, if I was right about the Dominimon control thing, let me tell you, the machine players are gonna play that Chaosdramon. They'll find a way. God giving.
I mean, they're already testing Marvin, right? So they just got to figure out a couple of other pieces.
Yep, it's real.
The Greymon at the top, that blue one.
Oh, that's the trophy card. Sorry. That's the in-store trophy card from this season.
It's like them saying that like I won locals with this.
Yeah. So
right, imagine we had cards to flex like that instead of what are we on like tournament pack 9 to spice things up.
I love it.
Yeah.
I got a Pomamon, guys.
The new pack's coming out soon. You know the pre-release Shoutmons that we had for BT15. The regular full art version of that will be along with it's a Leomon X alt, a Balmon BT10 alt, and Cutemon.
Yeah, it's an okay set. I'm just looking forward to looking at other cards. Every time that the Digicon pack is put down on my table, I just hand it to the nearest new person I can find.
Hold on.
That's the dream. But yeah.
I've got these.
We got the
Digimon cards. Hold on, look how thick this stack is.
He's got a doorstop.
It's just all the fucking. It's just those ones. I actually got rid of the grey ones.
You can use them as coasters.
That's so funny. Shoutouts to the Shoutmon, I did it again. Shoutouts to the Pulsemon stuff in 16 too. That deck will be real one day. I'm not coping.
Okay, I mean, we were joking about this the other day, talking about prize support. We need more unofficial tournaments.
I don't disagree.
I want March to be the Mogul month, but like, wait, when does BT16 come out? That is information that when people are back from Discord. All right,
hello, I'm alive.
You know, we start talking about unofficial tournaments. Bandai's like, no, come to official events. They'll be online on a webcam and you will like it.
Ultimate Cups.
But when does BT16 drop?
May 24th.
May 24th. So it's March coming up, April, May 24th. Also to the YouTube chat, if we grind some terrible, because I'm not sponsored by them yet, so I can call them what they are, some atrocious mobile games. If we get our money up so we can get our funny up, if we all put in the work, go to the gulag, and we play some terrible mobile games for money, and we max those out, we can do like a Misplay for Game case tournament.
We'll book a spot too. We'll get a place, we'll cast it, it'll be sick.
Yeah, so we could do that. So in March, I'm going to try and get the video out for DP- because it's not coming out in February, except maybe for members if I get off my ass. But like maybe that will be the month where it's like we are gonna grind this awful game, and you are all gonna do your hours, and we will be able to afford a case tournament for the fans, and it'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, do you know which mobile game it is, or?
Well, we don't know yet because we're gonna take a sponsor from a good one, not a bad one.
Yeah,
sponsors, please pay us.
Yeah,
I love mobile games, guys.
I love mobile games here.
You guys have phones?
I have so many hours in mobile game here.
But yeah,
I
no,
built a 5-star character in mobile game here.
I love 5-star characters and downloading my game for free and trying it now.
Check the description for the link.
Use
Yeah.
my code Misplay for game for 500 rerolls.
Hey, we're kind of doing fake plugs here, but considering where we're at right now, fellas, it might be time for us to wrap up this episode and do some plugs.
yeah, true. I mean,
Do we want to shout anything out?
shout out to was it OP that ran Ultimate Cup? Shout out to them again.
Woo!
Shout out to Saf continuing to just show up to the office on Red Hybrid, get us prize cards.
What a legend.
Shout out to all the members as well. We have a non-insignificant number of YouTube members now, which is pretty cool. It gets you content early, and you're gonna get some bonus content. We're finally gonna record some bonus content for the champions and up,
Let's
so
go.
it's not just everyone on the same package. We're gonna record some tier lists. Everybody loves tier lists.
Everybody loves
So we're gonna do a tier list on what we think was the most impactful ban list, and also the fabled Royal Knights.
the
Who
Royal Knight
can
tier list.
say the gamer word?
Chat, if you've ever wanted to see me shut up for 45 minutes, you can pay to
You
join the
cannot.
channel. You can pay to join the channel. I talk too much on this podcast, but if you want to watch me say absolutely nothing and nod at what my friends say, come pay the channel. It'll be there forever.
Yeah, it'll come out like at some point next month for like other people. But if you want to see that, that's what we're gonna record as soon as we're done live with this.
Very funny. Also, want to shout out Twitch Prime, free if you have Amazon Prime. A lot of you do. If you're a student, I forgot about that recently. University students here in the United Kingdom can receive student
Whoa, you
discount-
just doxed me.
yeah, get over yourself. Student discounts for Amazon Prime, and if you do that, you get Twitch Prime for free. You don't have to do that. You could just subscribe on Twitch. There's different tiers. We appreciate your support. Makes the podcast go a long way.
Any shout outs for Saf?
I was only shout out the fanboy lot, you know.
Go on, do them. Do it one by one. Who do you
Who's
wanna
your
shout out?
no? Hang on. Who's your fourth favorite friend at Fanboy?
Fourth favorite.
Yeah. Just to start an argument. That'll be fun. That'll be a great way to end the episode. Well, imagine he said it with no hesitation. He's like, "It's Derek."
Derek and Ford.
It's Tom.
Ah!
He's talking about meat and you're cooked.
No, it's Tommy Pierce is the first one. That was a joke. See, that was the diplomatic answer. He knows what's up. I would like to shout out Sister Lilithmon. We were waiting for all
yes.
Sister.
Much to love, Sister Lilithmon. God bless her. May she prosper. But yeah, thanks y'all for watching Misplay for Game, episode number 5. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Before we know, hopefully we'll be back this time next week. Maybe work is going to stop messing around my hours. So yeah, see you Saturdays, maybe 8 p.m. Let us know who you want on next. Because there's no big tournaments, we may not have a big guest. We'll be doing whatever. So yeah.
Oh, and
Appreciate
deadass, send clips and questions for the segments. That's what we want.
Yes, true. The form will be in the YouTube videos, but until then, also just at me on Twitter or DM me or something if you got a submission for either of these, or DM Tom if it's for memory gauge the room.
It's in like parentheses. It's really cute.
It's
Memory gauge the room.
But yeah, this was another successful episode, and we'll be back for the bonus content for, I guess, Twitch subs and YouTube members. Yeah.
Peace out.
See
Okay, bye.
y'all.